Bob Ross Liquid Clear over here and Bob Ross Liquid White, right? Because we have a black section where we need to put our clear and a white section where we need to put our white. And that way both areas of the canvas will be just as wet and slick and the same amount of consistency as everything else. So, hello everyone, my name's Paint with Josh. I've been painting for about 4 years now, and this is painting number 672, so I'm glad you guys showed up to catch it. Speaking of number 672, you can buy this painting before we even get done painting it. If you go to etsy.com paintwithjosh.etsy.com. Go over there and you can purchase this painting right now. Search in the search bar. Once you get inside my Etsy store, search for TikTok Live or Facebook, either Facebook or TikTok, and that'll pull up this painting right here, and you'll be able to purchase it before we even finish it. So they go quickly, so if you want it, make sure you get it fast. Now we've taken our Bob Ross Liquid White and put it along the top of the canvas, blended it out very thin. Now with a different brush, our Bob Ross Liquid Clear, we need to fill up this dark area, but I don't want to pick up any white and then bring it down here. We want it to stay dark. Today we're going to be doing one of my favorite Bob Ross scenes called, what do you call it? Majestic, Royal Majesty, I think is what Bob called his. And I've changed mine up a little bit. We're not going to do the big mountain in the back versus this one, but that big kind of recognizable rock that's over here. I love painting that big old giant rock. So if you have trouble painting rocks or using the palette knife, this is going to be a great video for you to watch and learn from. So we're going to do, we could do a blue sky or a blue and pink sky or like a gorgeous sunset with a bunch of different colors. What do you guys think we should paint? Write it in the comments. And if this is your first Paint with Josh video, tell us where you're watching from and what's your favorite sandwich. Use that food emoji that you love using the most. The sushi, the pizza, something or other, right? And while I take this off, you guys check in, tell me where you're watching from, what's your favorite sandwich, and let me know, do you want to see like a blue and pink sky, or do you want to see a crazy yellow and pink and purple sky, like a sunset? So let us know in the comments. London's here to read them all out, and I'm going to take this paper towel and just wipe off any excess clear from this dark area that we can get off. Now, if you want to see how I prep the canvas, I have a video on YouTube that's called How to Use Black Gesso. And it'll show you in the beginning how we prep the top with white, and then how you can create all these little tree shapes with your black acrylic gesso. And then you let that dry, and then we put on our liquid clear and our liquid white, and then of course wipe off the liquid clear because you always put on too much. You can't even I do. So, all right, let's wash these brushes off. Where we got people watching from, hon?
Florida, Canada, Maine, Kentucky, Sweden.
Sweden.
Everybody on TikTok is demanding a sunset. Iowa.
Sunset. Okay. What about the Facebook crowd? What do they want to see?
Washington. That's where I was reading from first.
Oh, nice.
New York, Arkansas, Utah, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Missouri, Texas.
That's a lot of places.
Boston, South Wales.
That's a lot of places.
Georgia.
Georgia the country or Georgia the state?
Georgia the state.
Hey, Georgia Peach. All right, so dabbed off both of the brushes after we wash them. You always dab them off on a paper towel. Let's hear what Bob has to say today. Two-inch brush and a bravery test. I like it, Bob. I like it. So, did we decide sunset or a blue sky?
Sunset. Everybody wants a sunset.
Sunset. All right. Let's do a sunset. So while we're setting up for the sunset, you're going to need a solo cup. It's my favorite way to do a sunset. And what if we did the sunset over here and we light up this whole side of the rock with light? It's going to be gorgeous. So grab an old solo cup or an old plastic cup, or I guess you could use the bottom of your Bob Ross liquid white jar, or an old lid or an old cup or an old something. Take a Taco Bell cup. You know what I mean? Make your sunset out of that. All right, so remember, London's Candle Co., thelondoncandleco.etsy.com. You can go over there. If you can't afford a painting, you can still support our family by buying candles. And how much are your candles, hon? Tell them about it.
They are, finishing today will be glass jars. Starting tomorrow,
you're changing, huh? Keep talking. I'm going to just load some color.
I'm changing to tins, reusable tins, so that you guys can put your earrings in them.
Woo!
Put your screws in them in your garage, wherever you
Oh, that's a good idea.
wherever you have use for these tins. But the shapes will go from 4 ounce, 8 ounce, 12 ounce to 4 ounce, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Oh, you get a bigger size even.
Yeah.
That's wicked. That's wicked. So tell them where they go to get those.
You go to the londoncandleco.etsy.com.
The London Candle Co. is who you're buying it from through Etsy.com, right? The LondonCandleCo.etsy.com. And as you can see, we've taken our red Solo cup with a bit of both of our yellows. Oh, you know what we did? We even go through the colors today? My goodness. You'll be able to find all the colors in the YouTube description. So if you're watching on Facebook and you want to see it at a different, vantage point, if you don't like watching it straight up on your phone, you like watching it sideways, go over to YouTube. And on TikTok, you won't be able to see this live afterwards, right? But you can if you go over to Facebook and YouTube. Follow me over there. 115,000 Facebook followers and almost 10,000 YouTube subs. So if we can get everybody over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button and then come back over to Facebook and TikTok and we'll watch, right? So a little bit of the yellow right here. I'm almost out of white paint, guys, too, by the way. Can you guys hit up my wish list and help me out? Look at this. Look at this. This one's from Linda Offen, and I'm literally out of white paint. So I don't know how many more paintings we're going to be able to do. We've got ones from Claire, my biggest fan, Claire. Let's see, what's stuff from Better Butternut. She sent us paint recently. And everyone sent me all that black paint. I love you guys, but I need some white. So if somebody could help me out with the white, I would appreciate it. So here we go. It helps me help bring you all these free videos, right? So we're going to come in with our 1-inch brush, just pulling it into the side, into the middle, just like a clock, right? I'm not pulling them all in the same direction. You got to make them just like a clock. Just like that, leaving our center area very bright, right? And then we're going to blend out that line. And we used a very, very, very small amount of paint. Whoa, Nelly! Did you see that?
I didn't.
The whole canvas popped in. Look, it's loose.
Oh.
Man. Sometimes you really got to crank it down. Okay. There we go. Should work.
Someone in the comments said, white paint? Sir, that's called titanium.
No. Well, that's true. Titanium white. So, all right. Now, we've got our yellow color up there. What else do we have to talk about? Okay, I said you can buy this painting. Also, you're going to be able to name this painting, right? We obviously can't call it Royal Majesty because that's what Bob called his version. And his was a blue sky. So, what are we going to name this version? Start thinking of your names. Type them in the comments section. And London is going to go back through towards the end and we'll name this sucker. Also, if you buy this painting, you get to name it. So, that's always fun. I don't think I have any more red. So, let's go from our 2 yellows into the crimson. Ooh, it's going to be a nice sunset right here. All right, maybe we'll start out dropping our crimson in. And the more crimson you have on the brush, the more vibrant your color is going to be. Look at all that skin. Jeez, Josh. People always ask me, they go, how do you preserve your paint, so it doesn't go to waste? And I go, well, I just let some skin grow over the top. I scrape it off, and then you got a fresh pile at the bottom, right? I'm the laziest painter you guys will ever see, and I've probably got the most followers out of anybody that does this technique. So I love you guys so much, and without you guys, we wouldn't be up here painting. So it's really your guys' fault that I'm up here. So if you don't like me, it's your own fault that I'm up here painting. Let's see, we're going to do the sides with our crimson. Not pulling it too far, right? Because when we start to blend it with our 2-inch brush is really when it's going to want to grow. Take some of our crimson down in here. Oh, look, we didn't get the canvas very wet. Look at that. Can you see the difference? Like with that liquid white compared to where I was afraid to get too much liquid white and too much liquid clear. And it's very vibrant right there. We're just going to have to push a little harder when we go to blend it out, right? What are the 3 P's of Paint with Josh? Before we tell them, hon, if you guys know the 3 P's of Paint with Josh, right? My fantastic... I'm probably going to be known for the 3 P's, okay? If you know them, type them in the comments. I'll give you 15 seconds to type the 3 P's into the comments before London tells you what the 3 P's are. The 3 P's of Paint with Josh will help you do anything. The sky, a mountain, the clouds, bushes, trees. 3 P's, baby. The 3 P's. So, what are the 3 P's, guys? Hit me. Does anybody know the 3 P's, hon? And we're going to wash this brush off while you guys are typing in the 3 P's of Paint with Josh.
Rose Garden says paint pressure practice.
Hey.
Tanya says paint pressure practice. Beth says paint pressure practice. Ali on TikTok says paint promote be popular.
Hey,
I'm not
that's a
even
good
mad
one
at that.
too. So someone came up with a 4th P, paint pressure practice and passion.
Oh, what about this? Puff, pray, prepare.
Whoa! That's how you gotta do it, guys. That's how you gotta do it. Okay, let's take our brand newest 2-inch brush that we have. It's only, I need a few more of these too, guys. Hit my Amazon store. I don't want to, then I won't have to talk about it so much, right? So, I need to start in my lightest area with the 2-inch brush and just very softly start crisscrossing. You see, it's almost the same size as our circle. So it's just a little bit. I don't want to move too much of the paint into that center area. That's our sun back there. Way off back there, right? So I'm just going to drag in a little bit of the yellow and just leave that center area very bright. And now with our crimson, here's where our pressure comes in, right? The more I push, the more, the more pressure, the more that crimson's going to grow in and try to cover up our bright area. All right, so we don't want that to happen, so we adjust our pressure. Right down here, remember we talked about pressure again? I really need to push hard because I don't have a lot of liquid white down there. And that's only because I didn't want to get the liquid white and the liquid clear to mix, right? That's never good. So again, right here, you have this very hard line. What are we going to do? We're going to put more pressure on it. Pressure, paint, pressure, practice, passion, puffing. What else did somebody say?
Katrina says, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
With passion and paint and practice.
Yes.
Took him.
Puff, pass, puff, pass, puff.
Puff, puff, pass.
What about this one? Potatoes preheat pressure cooker.
Hey, there you go. Oh man, you guys always you always find a way to make me laugh. All right.
What about practice, promotion, patience?
That's a good one. Patience is another good one for real. Like we could be the 5 P's of Paint with Josh.
What about paint, play, pray?
Eat, pray, love.
Yeah.
A little bit of our yellow ochre down here, just to make it different, right? Have that little bit of
perfect
something.
passion practice.
There you go. My favorite was when I said, "Hey London, what are the 3 P's?" And she goes, "Perfect, perfect, and perfect." And I said, "You're the best. You're the best. You always boost my ego. I love you." All right, look at this. You see, the more we cover over that black gesso, the more you can literally make it go away or make it look very far in the distance or very foggy. It's a very cool thing to use the black gesso with our white canvas, right? Very neat. Now I'm just taking it, softening it. I need to wash off this brush because look at how much of the dark color is on the brush. I don't want that to grow anywhere. All right, so let's wash it off. And be careful when we're using liquid clear and our mineral spirits or paint thinner or brush cleaner, it does not react well to liquid clear. So if I were to take this wet brush just from dabbing it off like that, I almost knocked my Red Bull over. And I'm going to show you real quick just how wet it is still, right?
Someone just gave you a little hat and it sat on the corner of your canvas.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I have to send you those videos from the other night with
the
sports car.
Yeah, definitely. I downloaded that live when, did you see Travis sent me all those, the thing? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I screen recorded. He sent me a sports car.
Oh, cool.
And so the gift of the sports car on the screen, I recorded it. It was very cool.
That's neat. Okay, let's see. How many people we got watching, by the way, on each platform?
There are 145 on Facebook. There's 10 on YouTube. And there are 600 on TikTok.
Excellent. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember, give me a little power tap for a minute. The more you guys tap, the more TikTok shows it to more people. Right? We're at 130,200 fans over on TikTok, and I love you guys so much. TikTok was my smallest audience, then shot to my biggest audience, and then now Facebook is almost catching up. They're only 15,000 followers behind on Facebook. So, if you're on Facebook, go over to TikTok. If you're on TikTok, over to Facebook. And both of you guys, go over to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is all free. Everything is free. I do have paid content, just like everybody else on YouTube. I got a join subscription service where you can get classes and much more deep instructional videos, right? Less talking, more painting. That's what people always say. Watch this. The more we bring down some of that color, and it just feeds into all those little areas in between where I left very, very, very small areas of white. You just get that little mistiness floating over. Especially too, watch this. You could do, if you want to do sun rays, people ask me how to do sun rays all the time, right? Works perfect if you have black gesso and you can shoot those rays into your black gesso. See what I mean?
You're saying it wrong.
Sun rays?
Yeah, you're saying it wrong.
How's that wrong?
Sunrise.
Sunrise! Yes, that's it. See, look, then you can shoot it like there's lights of sunrise coming down through the trees.
Shout out to our...
But look, we do it like a clock. All in
friend
different
Jonathan
directions.
Evely.
Jonathan! Oh, I got the window open today. I wonder what the neighbors think. Oh, it's going to be funny when we move into the new place And then, like, the neighbor's gonna be like, there's this guy who comes on and just yells up in a room for like an hour, 4 nights a week, or you know, sometimes on Saturday morning, he's just up there yelling. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Just up there yelling, sunrise!
Sunrise! Jonathan is like a lobster fisherman from the very eastern tip of like Newfoundland. So he's got a really unique accent.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
goodness. By the way, have you guys seen this? The Bob Ross Fun Dip? I need a little pick-me-up. Not like I'm energized enough, right? So you guys tell me, do you want to see...
Saturday morning, eat with
Yes,
Josh. Thanks
Saturday.
for tuning in.
You guys want to see green apple, blueberry, or blue raspberry, or the strawberry first? You tell me. Look at this cute little paintbrush. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know. What do they say? What do they say?
They say nothing. They say
What do
nothing.
they say?
Nobody's tuning in for Eat with Josh.
Oh, I might have to hold it up higher for YouTube. What do they say? Green, blue, pink. Let's see. This one's my favorite, but what do you guys say? I'll try either one.
We've got the apple, we've got the strawberry, we've got
All right, let's do
blue.
this. Well, I gotta dip it in further.
Green apple's going to be the winner.
All right, strawberry is my least favorite, so it's a good start there.
Why'd
Blue-
you ask if when they answer you don't
You
care?
said strawberry.
No, I said green apple
Well,
was
yeah,
going to
but
be the winner, but you
right,
jumped
but
in
I
too quick.
But I know that green apple's my fave, and I'm gonna want to take 2 dips. Green apple's definitely the best. If it was a whole pack of green apple dust, that would be the business. Okay, I really want to bite a piece of the stick off, but then I know I won't even be able to reach the bottom of the bag anymore. Okay, I'll put this back up here. I might have to have a little bump later. Woo! All right, little sugar, little Red Bull. All right, so remember, go across all the channels. Remember to go to thelondoncandleco.etsy.com. All one word, thelondoncandleco.etsy.com, and go check out what she's got over there. So, what I want to do is, I didn't do it enough, actually, a little bit more sun rays, right? Sunrise. Bring this little pink color down, because you have to have a little bit of color behind your next layer. Right? You don't want it to just be black on black on black on black on black. It won't have any depth.
Not one to play with says Red Bull and Fun Dip, the breakfast of champions.
Yes. And cigarettes, the breakfast of champions.
Sammy on Facebook says, how does your hand not shake?
Oh, from the Red Bull and cigarettes? It's because it's shaking so much that you can't even tell. It's just vibrating so fiercely
From the Red Bull and Fun Dip.
that it looks like it's...
Oh my
looks like
goodness,
it's
we
firm.
just got a brand new subscriber over
Hey!
on TikTok.
Hey, awesome. Thank you, guys. I very much appreciate your support. I'm kind of stuck about where to go with this. Where to go?
You
I'm
could go down
loving
the
the
street,
numbers.
but that might not work.
I might be able to. It might be harder to paint from down the street. Okay, let's put in. Yeah, we'll put in another little section of forest back
I mean,
here.
you could
Okay.
just leave it like that, to be honest.
London always says that. Just do the sky and then leave it. It's fine. It's beautiful. Somebody will buy it. Somebody will buy it. Would you guys buy it just as the sky like this? I don't know. I'm gonna take a little black, a little crimson, a little blue. And this is our Prussian blue, which is the darker blue. And it's only because, I feel like a butt. Who got me that Prussian blue? Hey, can you see who got the Prussian blue out of the box? There should be a name written on it. Yeah, it's like a very, the label might look black. But it's very full, one of the heavier boxes. One of the newer, heavier boxes. Okay, so we need to make up a color for our...
write anything on the box.
Oh, no, that's the Phthalo blue.
Oh.
Should be over here.
Sorry guys, for anyone wondering, I don't paint, so I don't know.
That's what it is. The
Prussian blue
That's
is
from
Claire.
Yeah, Claire, my biggest fan. And the only reason I say that is because on Amazon, on the wish list, you can leave like a little note, like from Claire, I really enjoy your show, or thanks for doing what you do, or whatever. So this one said, from Claire, your biggest fan. So I was like, okay,
You
I
shouldn't
have to...
say that out loud. Anyone who buys you anything from now on, they're just going to sign it off as Claire.
That's funny. Or everyone will say my biggest, or my biggester, or my biggest fan. Like there'll be a whole bunch of differences of how big we can make that. Your humongous fan. We'll see. We'll see if anybody gets anything off the wish list. Okay, now we need a fan brush.
Hey, before we continue, how much is this painting?
So this painting is 40% off right now. London might be able to do the math. It's $2.99 and 40% off with free shipping and international shipping. So if you live in the UK or Australia or anywhere, I'll probably only make about $7 on this painting. But hey, I wanted to give you guys free shipping this weekend. So free international shipping, free domestic shipping, and it probably brings it down to about $160-ish.
170.
170. So About 170. And like I said, you can buy it, you can name it after we're done. So make sure you hang around.
Is the listing already live?
Yep, it's ready to go. I put it out 5 minutes before the show because I didn't want somebody to go on and buy it like last night in preparation. I wanted to make it fair. Gotta make it fair. All right, let's get one of these old GAC Doctor brushes out. And when I say old, they're brand new. They just get used a lot. So these you can find in my Amazon store. They're fantastic. You get 7 brushes for $9.99, like $10. They're awesome. And you can beat the crap out of them. They last a while. Of course, you get a few bristles come out right at the beginning when you first start cleaning them, but they last a long time. And if I'm using them all the time, you guys should be able to. They should last you a much longer amount of time, right? Okay. Now the reason we brought this color down is so when we come in with our next little bit of forest, it's got some stuff in between there, right? So you take that right on the edge of the brush, come over here, and maybe we start popping them in. And you can see it's still that darkness, but if that was all black, you wouldn't be able to see these next little bits of trees. And it's all about layers. All about the layers, right? So we'll come in here.
Why do you do the layers?
Well, you have to have layers. That creates distance.
There we go.
Right? If you don't have any distance in your trees, add a little bit of white to the paint. Make it a little bit brighter. You can change yours however bright you want it, right?
And you have a flat painting.
Yes, very flat painting. London is correct. I'm going to leave a little space right in here because we're going to have a big foreground tree on this. Holy heck, what was that? What was that? Did you just break? You broke my brand new phone holder? London! You scared the crap out of me first, thanks.
The crap out of myself.
And you snapped my brand new phone holder thing for the tripod.
Yeah, I'll have to buy another one.
Well, now, guys, we need a new phone holder for the tripod because London got mad and broke it. I mean, geez, look, we were arguing earlier, but I thought it was all good. We're happy now, right? You don't have to break my stuff.
I wanted to see how far it would.
No, I wanted to see how far I could stretch it before it explodes.
Oh my goodness!
You scared the crap out of me.
I scared the crap out of myself. I couldn't even move. I was so scared.
I was like, no noise like that should ever be in this room. What just happened?
I don't even know how it goes back together.
Oh my God, give me that. Give it to me. I have to. How many people?
You keep painting.
How many people are watching right now? Give me those pieces.
Give
me those pieces.
Keep painting.
Give me these pieces.
No, I will.
Give me these pieces. Oh my goodness. Like there's 500 people on TikTok just watched you smash my whole phone. This thing is brand new. Look at how many springs you broke.
Oh, I feel so much.
Oh my God.
I feel so much better about the day.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we were arguing earlier, but it wasn't a
Where's
cheese.
the other bit?
Well, I just dropped a spring and I threw it at you.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
You just kicked.
Oh
the
no! I
string
mean, it's not
at
like we're
me.
gonna be able to put it back
I'm
together.
gonna put it back together.
There's no
Do
way.
not.
All right, if London's able to put this back
Oh
together.
my God! You just dropped a spring.
Oh
in the
no!
bucket.
All right, if London's able to
wow.
put this back together, I'll give this painting away for free.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Get that spring out of there.
Guaranteed. You cannot put this back
Guaranteed.
together.
How dare you bet it?
All right, there we go. There's the spring that fell in the paint thinner bucket.
I'm on a roll.
Okay, I gotta paint. What are you doing?
Painting. I'm gonna find.
How am I supposed to paint? You're around my ankles.
Find the other bit.
What am I supposed to do? What bit are you looking for?
The other bit of it.
I'm sure we've lost all of the viewers by
No,
now.
we have not.
Everyone has gone.
Just
Okay,
painting.
for the 4 people left watching, my super fans that are, well, I just spit everywhere. The 4 people left watching, we're going to take this 2-inch brush. What a show this week. This weekend has been a crazy
It
weekend.
was the greatest.
The Thursday tutorial was just wild. The Friday show, I couldn't even focus. Just don't worry about that. And this show, you know, it's off the rails, baby. We're on a crazy train.
Did you find the other spring? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I threw it over to you. Okay, so we're going to take our 2-inch brush for the 3 people left watching now, because 1 has definitely left. We're going to come in here at the base of these trees, and we're going to just start tapping. I can't even, that was the funniest thing.
There's one other piece.
This is why London has to, like, come over to my, even when we split up, she's got to come over to the house and do the show, because just for funny moments like this, right? Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, it's
So
fantastic.
you said if I could put this back together.
Yeah, then I would
You
give
will
this
give this
painting away
painting
for
away for
free
free.
to one of the Super Squad members. So if you're part of the Super Squad and London gives this away for free, I'll do like fixes that. I'll do a little drawing and give this painting away for free. Unless somebody buys it before then, of course. In which case I'll have to give this painting away for free or another painting away for free.
Paint something new.
Okay, you see how we bring that mist down? Now we have the mistiness in between the 2 layers of forest.
Well, I feel
And
much
these
better
trees.
about my day.
Yeah, well, I know. You're breaking all my stuff.
That was amazing.
Like I said, it's not a joke. We were literally arguing, but you know, we're good. Are we good now? That you broke my.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I feel fantastic. I was envisioning it was.
After the show though, am I still in trouble or?
No.
Okay,
no,
good.
Not anymore.
Do you want to break something else?
That was like
Here.
anti-stress.
Here, break
Don't
these
hand
scissors.
Me scissors.
Oh
Don't
yeah, no,
hand me
she's
scissors.
yeah. Don't. That's a sharp.
need the
Hey,
other-
look! Oh, I found it. Okay, good. When we do our mountain, I'm going to talk about this. This is my very first palette knife I ever started using 4 years ago. So remind me, guys, to use that palette knife when we make the mountain, because I'm going to show you don't need the professional stuff in order to do it awesomely,
The
right?
problem is that the
What are you doing over there now?
I've lost a bit.
What have you lost?
The top of the thing.
Oh, well, good. Then you won't be able to put it back together if you've lost it, right? How many people? Like, literally, we're just, the people are just streaming out.
People love it.
Okay. You guys love London's and I's kind of banter and interaction, because a lot of people do and some people don't, but they can go whistle, so.
Where's the other bit?
What are you looking for? I don't know.
There's a
You
bit missing
You
from
keep
the
saying
thing.
bit, but I don't know what the bit is. I don't even know what to look for.
It looks like this bit.
Describe the bit.
It looks like this bit,
But it has a hole in it.
Okay, I don't know how to describe that bit either. That is a bit, so you're right.
Yeah.
That's a bit. All right, now we've taken our little trees, we've misted them down again, so we have more layers that we can put on, more and more and more and more and more layers, right? But before we do that, let's get this guy.
Hey Josh,
Yeah.
the people in the comments are asking how they become Super Squad members.
So if you want to join the Super Squad, there's 2 ways to do it. You can join on Facebook. It's $9.99. You'll be able to find it. If you're watching this Facebook Live, there should be a comment or a button you can click on to join or subscribe, right? I don't know why they mixed up all the logo. YouTube forever has been subscribe. It's been free. But Facebook wants you to subscribe for money, and TikTok wants you to subscribe for money. Don't know why they use the same word, but yeah, you can subscribe to my Facebook, which is going to cost you $9.99 a month. Get you access to a Facebook room. I take a bunch of dumb pictures and selfies, and you guys get to see my normal life, and I post it in there and stuff. And it's just a cool thing. And then if you want to actually join the Super Squad to learn from, go over to youtube.com/paintwithjosh/join, and that's $7.99. You sign up through YouTube, and you become a Super Squad member, and that unlocks like 30 videos that are deep instructional class module videos. Like no fun, no messing around, like deep instruction. Camera's really close. We show you every single detail, and there's no jokes, no nothing. It's very serious. Teacher Josh, you guys better be on time for class, okay?
You know what's funny? I think people are only hanging out to see if I can actually put this thing back.
That's very true. Just yeah. Well, you know, she's on all fours, crawling around looking for this piece. Okay, we're gonna take these 3 dark colors. What are my 3 favorite dark colors, guys? Either Prussian blue or Phthalo blue, crimson, and black. They make
Oh
the
my
most.
goodness, I
no,
found it.
she didn't. You guys
Oh my
didn't
God,
hear
I
that.
found it,
No, you
guys.
didn't. No, you didn't.
I found it, guys.
No, you didn't. You
I
didn't
did.
find it.
I did.
What does it look like?
Looks like this. Told
How
you
did it
looks like-
shoot all the
I don't
way
know,
across the
but
room
it looks
into
like
the
this
corner?
with a hole in it. I told you. Okay, guys, we're on it. Here we go.
Okay, now we've got this. London, I swear, you better not fix
What?
that. I'm looking at you like this, like serious
I'm going
shot face.
to
You
fix
better not fix that. Okay,
Going
someone
to
buying this painting before she can fix it. All right, let's do our 2 dark brown colors, and we're going to mix those into that dark paint. It's fantastic. And remember, if you think this is too much talking and not enough painting, I have 300 plus tutorials on YouTube that have less talking and more painting. Please go over there, subscribe, and find them. There we go. All right, we're going to show you. I'm going to use this old plastic knife. This was the very first knife I started using, and I'm going to show you how to do a mountain with it today, right? So we're going to take that dark brown color, and we're going to come up and just decide where we want to start having our mountain live, just by kind of mushing it on, right? We're not doing any texture. We're just worried about getting this dark color on our rock and having it stand out, right? And this dark color helps bring it into the foreground. Then we're going to scrape off all that color, mush it down, and start to build what our rock looks like. Okay, this guy came in here, and all I'm doing is pushing it really flat and dragging it down, right? Whatever comes off, and then I'm going to adjust what my outside line looks like. Okay, so we're going to go back up here, scrape it up again, load it up. Might be easier to see on this knife anyway. It's like 1/8 of an inch of paint, because I don't want to have too much, right? We're going to turn, we're going to come up here, and maybe our thing just slides down underneath those other set of trees. So it pushes that set of trees back even further, right? Now adding another little layer of distance in there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to scrape up that dark paint, because you don't need a whole lot. You only want it to grow a little bit. I want to leave the edge of the canvas this original dark black. I don't want this brown to get too far over there. All right, all of our sunlight is here, so all of this side of the rock would be the darkest, shadowiest area, right? Let's take that brand new brush from Jessica Morgan. Jessica, I love you. Sent me this brand new 1-inch brush from my Amazon wish list. So we're going to take that. I'm going to come up here, grab and push. Oh, look at how nice the brand new brushes are. They bend so
I think I
sweetly.
lost another spring.
Uh-oh, she might not be able to do it, guys. Right? We're twisting. Look at the rotation. I'm spinning the brush. I'm twisting the bristles almost to make it look round. Pulling in different directions. Letting that darkness blend back to even more dark black original canvas, right? The best part about using this black gesso or black canvas in general is saving all that black. We're on the black canvas because we want to retain those very dark shadows, right? If you were on a white canvas, it would take so much paint to make it this dark that you wouldn't be able to add anything on top, right? A thin paint sticks to a thick paint, so when you get thick paint on top of thick paint on top of thick paint on top of thick paint, eventually you can't stick anything else on it. Pull that guy off to the side over there like that. Almost like you could walk around him and go back. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in on TikTok anyway, and we'll see on Facebook. I'm going to leave YouTube where it's at. I actually haven't even looked at the YouTube camera.
Guys,
Oh, it's amazing. Perfect.
if you think that I can put this thing back together, will you write "she can do it" in the comments?
If you think London can do it, if you think she can put it together, right, she can do it in the comments. And the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. Okay, let's do our 1-inch brush. Again, now, today, my thinner, I need to add some more, actually. And we need to go shopping and get some more, London, if you could remind me later. It's very
I'll take
low
a nap.
in the cup.
You can go shopping, I'll take a nap.
Okay. I'm talking about just for thinner, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how many times London has had to run to Home Depot like 20 minutes before the show because I realized that I'm out of the cleaner that we use? Look, it's so almost empty. This is the stuff I use. Clean strip, odorless mineral spirits, and a big, thick, gross cup. So we might as well do it since we're here, just real quick, right? Got to get the odorless stuff. Make sure you got it. Like I usually have a fan going in here, our windows open, you know, especially when if I'm not on camera, I've got the fan blowing in here all the time just so we have air movement to dry all the wet paintings, right? But don't be in a little tiny shed inhaling all of this stuff, right? That's unless you want to have a really crazy painting. Okay, now we've got our darkness. We need to mix up a little bit of highlight. And do you guys want me to continue to use this knife, or can I switch to my more, my better tools? You guys tell me. Should we go Bob Ross knife or Josh's first knife ever? Write it in the comments of whatever platform you're watching on while I mix up a little bit of highlight paint, right? Let's scrape up all this stuff. We don't need this anymore. Maybe we'll save it for a little later. Let's put it in front of the yellow. Actually, it's got too much purple there. Let's get rid of this chunk. We don't need that. All right, so we're going to mix up our highlight color. I'm going to take a little bit of the dark, a little bit of the lighter color browns. Watch, we'll try to see. We'll split them down the palette like that so you can see there's two different color browns in here. That way we'll have differences in what?
Color, everyone said the first knife, by the way.
Oh, the original knife?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take our white and just mix it into there and look at all the different marbling and all the different colors. All the differences in color! Right? I always wait for London to do that bit. The club horn. Wah, 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 wah. There we go. Mixing it up, leaving all these little stripes and differences. Wipe off that knife because the fans want to see the original old school knife, which is like a size bigger than the one I normally use, I think. Okay, now, all of our light is hitting it here, but all of our light doesn't have to reach the back of the canvas, right? A lot of it is left in mystery. If you can't see it, your brain will make up what's happening. That's what's awesome about our brains. It likes to make up a bunch of stuff. Hold on.
Yeah.
Brains make up stuff, which is what we were arguing about earlier, guys. The brains make up a bunch of dumb stuff. So whatever you can't see, your brain will fill in, all right? So we're going to take a little bit of our lighter color brown. See how I added a little darker brown? So we have 3 different colors of brown in here. Maybe even take a little bit of black, and we'll work it in that top bit of brown a little bit later. So let's come on, grab our lightest color, smallest bit, even less than we grabbed to, that's not enough. This knife, I got to figure out how to learn it, how to use it again. Even less than we grabbed to smush on, right? And now I'm not going to mush really hard. What's the 3 Ps?
Puff, pray, practice. Potatoes, pressure cooker.
Come on, what's the 3 P's?
Paint, pressure, practice.
Hey! So we got the amount of paint on our knife, the amount of pressure, right? Initially, I put a bunch of pressure.
We shouldn't
Now-
be talking about pressure. I just broke something because of pressure.
Under pressure! And so now I'm going to go very, very, very lightly, just floating the knife, not trying to allow it to touch the canvas, just trying to allow that paint to touch the canvas. So we're going to come up here, very lightly, start to swipe, right? Dropping little bits off in different areas. That underneath might be a little bit different color, so let's not use the same color for there. All right, going to come down, same thing. Very light pressure, very light strokes. And the different way you pull your rocks gives different little, levels, different areas. Maybe this bit back here, a little bit of that darker brown. And you mix them both in together, and then maybe go over it once or twice to have those two blend into that nice, seamless transition, right? And don't be like Josh. Don't let your color get all the way back here. Do as I say, not as I do, right? We're going to come in here. Maybe we had this whole little bit. Look at the angle of my knife. I didn't go down this way. And we're shaking. Coming over here, bringing it down. You get all these little differences. Look at that little black triangle. Leave it there, right? It's a rock it's a little seam in there. Never got covered. Right? Then we come up here. You start dropping them down at this angle. Maybe that whole bit. Letting the paint come off wherever it wants to come off. Changing in between our lighter highlight, which I just grabbed too much of, so we're going to scrape and come down. And our darker highlight. And look, leave little sections in there. How cool does that look, London?
Super cool.
It's so
I can't
easy.
fix this thing.
You can't fix it? Woo! Paint with Josh team wins.
Oh no, hold on. I like
So funny. All of the Super Squad members, it's like Paint with Josh, and then they go, yeah, but I'm on Team London.
Yep.
All right, I don't want to make it too bright. Let's get a little bit of the darker colors, mix them up. So now it's even darker than before. And then we're going to come back in under this guy. See those differences in color? Still brown, but a different brown. All right, maybe this guy had a little ledge back in here, or it came back and it went over there. And you just can't see every single thing, right? You don't need to. Our brain will make it up. What's happening under there? Well, we know. Our brain will figure it out. Don't want to leave two areas that are too giant, and uncovered. I never like them to be so terribly uncovered. Again, very light pressure, and you get these very cool things start to happen. It's all about the amount of paint and the amount of pressure and how many times you've practiced it, right? All right, a little bit of our darker color up under here. There we go. Cool little differences, And then you can go back and throw your tree back on top. You can throw a little bush that's popping off the edge. You can do all sorts of things, right? Now, we're going to take our 2-inch brush, just like this. Remember, we've done a long while since our last check-in. So check in. Tell me where you're watching from and what's your favorite sandwich. We're going to take this 2-inch brush. London's going to read out your comments. So,
London is focusing on making this a whole piece.
oh, she's gonna try to just rig it together and be like, look, I fixed it. Okay, 2-inch brush like that. Gonna come in here so lightly. Watch it. The paint doesn't even move, right? Because I'm touching it so lightly. And as we go up, look at the angle of my brush change, right? It's rotating like a metronome. You have to have that motion. You can't just be a robot up here going, right? You gotta rotate, you gotta turn, you gotta feel that pressure. If you start to see your paint really start to grow, take your pressure away a little bit, right? All about paint, pressure, and practice. And then your angles. I can't just continue to go up in the same angle because when we did our knife with this one, we went down to the side. We had this little rounded section. Or over here, we went down here. And then we had this bit up there that went over like this. You get all these little differences, little soft areas, little dark areas, light areas, all sorts of areas. Man, that one's going to be cool.
So I fixed it.
Now it might hold the other iPad. Do you have to squeeze it together? There we go. Would you guys, oh shoot, it almost just coming apart. I thought it was held together.
No, I didn't fix it.
Here,
I don't
wait.
know how to fix it.
Hang on. There we go, it's fixed.
Sorry, I left to buy you a new one.
It's in the garbage now. Okay, guys, that's okay. I have tripods and they come with little phone holders on my Amazon wish list. So, whoa, that was scary. Maybe our Amazon wish. Maybe London will go over to my Amazon wish list.
Does that mean that there's more I could break?
Well, not in here. I'm using all of them currently. What's this? Oh, that's a remote for the LED lights behind the thing.
Boo.
Yeah. What else do you want to break? I don't know. Here. Break this brush in half. You can break that brush in half. You should come on
If your
camera.
brush starts acting
Yeah.
up, throw
Yeah.
it in the
Come
bin.
stand like not in, you don't have to be on camera, but come around and with your hands and break it in half. Snap it.
This paintbrush is wiggly.
Yeah, well, it's a very old, used-up paintbrush. The top might fly off, so be careful. Ah, she's trying to throw it at the painting guys. No, don't. No. Doing it like the Matrix. Like, okay, get up there and come up here and snap it.
No, I don't really want to snap it.
You don't really want to break it?
No.
It's just a trash brush. It needs to go in the garbage anyway. A little bit of blue,
If
black,
your
and
brush
crimson.
starts acting up,
Throw it in the bin. I say skip, dive, what can I say? I can't sign them all with my JK, so I just take half and bust them out. I get the rest of paint with Josh so we can shut the house. It was 7 o'clock on one Friday night. I was painting to the beat, feeling all right. Everybody was painting on the floor, doing all the things they never painted before. And then this fly girl with a sexy lean. Man, I've got so many lyrics to that song, you guys, it's not even funny.
guys, thank you so much for the gifts. While Paint with Josh becomes Rap with Josh.
Yep. Well, I've got the whole Rapper's Delight song is out on my YouTube in 3 parts and in 1 full video. You can watch it all in 1 video. I've got a John Denver song, Paintin' Boy. I sang it last night.
You did.
We've got all sorts of different parody songs. I did a Hootie and the Blowfish parody song.
Darius Rucker.
Yeah. There we go. A little bit of black, just to have our little differences. Maybe some rocks, maybe some shadows that just didn't get covered up all the way. Right? Oh yes. Look at that. Right? Remember, if you want to buy this painting, you can buy it right now before anybody else. If you go to paintwithjosh.etsy.com, and once you're there, if you search in the search bar of my Etsy store and type in TikTok or Facebook TikTok or TikTok Live, Facebook Live, whatever it is, type it into the store and it'll pull up this listing and you can buy it at 40% off with free shipping today before anyone else can get it. So I'm going to take that 2-inch brush, just like this, and then come over here and just start to blend that down just by tapping the edge. And all we're doing is softening it, right? Just pushing it so it blends in with the clear underneath and spreads the paint just a little bit. And what's that going to allow us to do? Add another layer on top of it, right? Very cool. And you're like, Josh, you missed a whole section of rock back there. What are you going to do now? Right? Well, that's why we mixed up this dark paint over here.
Not One to Play With says, is your Hootie parody called I Only Want to Paint With You?
I'm working on that one. But I did the Let Her Cry, let her cry, let the tears fall down like rain, right? But mine was called Paint the Sky, and it's fantastic. It's also on my YouTube. It's on my TikTok. You just got to scroll down a little bit. And you'll see me. So I'm going to take that in. Just like I said, you thought I was missing a section right here. We're going to come in and pop in this little brush.
Hey Josh,
Little
will
tree,
you just
yeah.
look in the camera real quick and
Yeah.
tell Hipster Genius to be grateful because there's curly whirlies on his doorstep right now?
Oh, hipster genius, you better go check your door because London sent you Are those the ones that... No, those are the ripples that I like.
Yeah.
The ones that are... They look...
No, they're curly whirlies, the ones that are all like this.
No, that's a
Yeah.
ripple.
That's a curly whirly.
It's a ripple.
It's a curly whirly.
As somebody from the UK, can you...
I'm
and-
from the UK! They're curly whirlies.
Dan, go check your doorstep. Okay. I'm going to take that paint, going to load up the brush just like this. And again, if this is too much talking and not enough painting, go over to my YouTube. You can find 300 tutorials where it's not so much talking, right? We just like to have fun and interact with the fans. So, a little bit of darkness on our brush. It's that 3-color mix.
Hey,
Yes,
when's your class at the end of this month?
In March. It's March 23rd and 24th with William, or Bill. Yeah.
There you go.
Don't think I forgot. Bill, is he watching? He's probably watching. Yeah, oh, so we got this guy Bill who's coming from Texas. He's driving from Texas to Las Vegas. Gonna stay down here at somewhere close, and then we're gonna do a 2-day in-person painting class. It's gonna be awesome. So if you want that, hit me up on Facebook. Send me a message. Go to my website, paintwithjosh.com. I have listings where you can literally purchase a one-on-one class. We can do it virtual and do it right through the old iPad or phone. And Facebook, video call. or Zoom class. Or
That's
whatever.
what you should do today. You should make a listing on Etsy
Yeah.
for a class.
Yeah, it's true. I should put them over there. Okay, so yeah, check my Etsy store later. London's gonna make me a bunch of Etsy store listings.
Hey,
oh.
better
She looked up like, what?
Better fact that just sent you an air dancer.
Hey, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. I'm Al Harrington, owner of Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man Emporium and Warehouse, and we're here to pass these painting tips along to you. Oh, I forgot the window's still open. Oh, shoot. My poor neighbors are like, what is going on at this guy's house? Okay, we're gonna take that brush.
Oh, that was the greatest.
We're gonna take this brush like this, and we're gonna come up and just start with the corner, right? I'm not using the entire bristle of the brush. So, otherwise your branches at the top are gonna be very big. We need to turn the brush, so we're just pointing the corner at it, and now we're angling it, out and away into my room, right? We're going like this, and then we just start little taps, little tappy trees, we call them. Tap, 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 tap. And as you go down, you start bouncing left to right, and start pushing a little bit harder. And popping your corner of your brush out there to make those little tree branches, right? Just like that. Bring it down to our little rock. Actually, we'll bring it down a little further. Have him sit in front. There we go. The more he comes down in front of the rock, the closer it gets. You guys see that? And again, that's why we left this section. That's also why we softened this section. So this isn't as thick as that. What I just say? A thick paint will only stick. You can't go thick on thick on thick. If I try to do a big tree over the top
I
of
mean,
all
you
this
can.
thick,
I've done just fine my entire life being
Thick.
thick on thick.
I got thick, girl. She thick. But yeah,
hold on.
Shh. I'm teaching!
It doesn't matter. I did a Zoom with Josh. It was
That's
really
it.
great.
I'm
Recommend
out.
if you
See
can't
you guys
get
later.
to him. It's
Bye.
a great alternative.
I'm out the door. You teach, London.
I can't teach. But Annette Babcock's here, and she wants to tell everybody that the Zoom classes with you are fantastic.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Hi, Annette. Hi. Annette? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Annette took a Zoom class with me, a virtual class. So tell them, Annette, tell them in the comments, and London will read out what she's saying.
Yeah, she said I did a Zoom class with Josh. It was really great. Recommend it if you can't get to him. It's a great alternative.
Very true. And we did an awesome seascape. I remember that. And it hasn't sold yet, but I'm assuming it'll sell. Okay, let's come in here with our dark color. Let's make up maybe one more tree. I'm not going to have the exact same tree. We don't want to have clones of trees out here, right? We're not in cultivation. We're not trying to grow the same exact tree. We're trying to have differences. So let's make a little tree, and this is where I see a lot of beginners make a mistake. You put your next tree so far away that only the tips of the two branches are touching, right? Almost like it's like field goal posts, in football or in rugby. You got those goal posts that are straight up. You want to have them close. Out there in nature, they're going to grow much closer together. So I'm going to make the center of my tree. This is a good tip to make the center, the trunk of your next tree come into these branches right here. Right? So that no matter how big it is or how tall it is, the next one's going to be right there. That way they stay nice and close together. And you really only have to do the branches of the left side of the tree for, makes it easier, right? I'm always trying to find an easy way to teach you guys. Now watch, I don't even need to make this side of the tree. It's already filled in. So we're only going to do the left side. I'm just going to tap out trees and pop our little bushes out. Now you got two, right? And they look like both seeds fell very close and they grew up as brothers. Or brother and sister. Sisters or
Oh my
cousins.
goodness. Cassandra just sent you a galaxy. Look at my phone.
Oh man, those are cool. I always miss them. Like next time, just go gift. And I'll look.
Someone said the art is beautiful, by the way, but Ryan Reynolds, is that you?
Why, yes it is. Hi. Welcome to the show, ladies. Welcome to Paint with Deadpool. Welcome. Okay, let's do a little. It's gorgeous over here. I could do the Joker too. I should probably actually really watch The Dark Knight so I can imitate the Joker. Don't be mad at me, guys. I've never watched The Dark Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, however many there are. I've never seen a single one.
Don't we have the full box set down?
I think we do, which just makes it worse that I've never seen a single one. Okay, we're going to take the bottom of our trees. We're going to pull them out this way. And the bottom of this guy, watch me work it up a little bit, right? There's a reason for this. I'm going to come up and I'm going to pull all that dark. Now it doesn't look like a tree anymore, right? Because I'm going to throw something else in front of it. And when we put something else in front, what do we have to do first? We have to soften that thick layer of paint. And if you soften it down, you'll be able to throw another section in front, right? And the reason I made it at that weird angle is because in mine, I want to, I almost used the proper thing, and people are going to call me out if I don't use this little thing. So I'm going to take the same color that we're making all these trees out of, We're going to come in here, go over the top of that a little bit, whatever you can get to stick, and we'll have another little section of stone that is kind of trapped those trees. Maybe like there was a hole, the seeds fell in, and then the trees just kind of grew out of this little natural potting plant, right? Very neat. So come back in with that light color. Remember, we have to leave some darkness. So come in here, leaving a little streaks of dark in there, little things, and then you have your shadowy area behind there, right, which you could make a little darker. But you don't want it to be this perfect shape. At least I don't. Very cool. And every so often I like to take a little bit of that light, kind of dab it in or bring it down a little differently, maybe drag a couple little things up into the shadow so you have these little differences in your rock. Right? It's never all the same thing, not for me anyway.
Guys, Josh is starting to fade. Can we get a 1 minute power tap or a 1 minute like emoji attack on Facebook? Will you say yes?
Sorry.
You
yes.
need the excitement and energy.
Yes, and I should probably have some more. I should probably take another bump.
All of Joshua.
Sorry. We should probably have some more Bob Ross Fun Day.
Chance is here. Hello, Chance.
Hey, Chance. Chance, tell me what color I should pick.
Yeah, Chance, pick a color. Pink, blue, green.
This stick is so good. It's so tasty. I love it. What do you got to say, Bob?
Tonguing with Josh on a Saturday morning.
See, if you learn from it, it's not a failure. He's right. Okay, what did they say?
I don't know. We're waiting. We're waiting.
It's too long. It's too long.
Chance, pick a color. Pick a color, Chance.
All right, it's over. The moment is past, Chance. Your time is over. All right, we're going to go blue. I'm going to assume he's going to say blue. Or they're going to say blue. I got... Oh, yeah.
Sam Root with the 100 stars. What's up? Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Sam, I talked about you earlier in this video, or maybe it was in last night's video. I can't remember now. I do too many videos.
No idea what day it is.
I know. I really don't. Okay. Again, take that 2-inch brush. Go ahead, London. We're going to soften
said
it.
he didn't hear us.
Oh, Chance. You're not listening, Chance.
Focus, Chance.
What are the chances that he wasn't listening?
What are the chances of Chance not listening?
What are the chances that the trash guy shows up to ruin my video
Because
while
I
the
did
window's
gift.
open? Oh, that's cool! That's wicked! Guys, we forgot to put clouds in the sky. I'm just all over the place today. Okay, let's go back and put some clouds. You guys want to see clouds, or do you like it the way it is?
It looks fantastic.
I know you always say that. But like right here where the dark colors meet the light colors, I like to have a bit of cloud to help our eyes transition.
Chance says green.
Oh, okay. Well, next time I'm going green first, okay? And all that's just for chance. Let me put this tree up here before we forget.
Why do you say chance, but I say chance?
Well, you're from a different part of the world.
Oh.
Why do I say Nike correctly and you say Nike?
I don't. You say Nike.
No.
I say Nike.
What? That is the biggest bunch of horse I've ever heard. That's been an argument in our marriage and life for 12 years.
It's Nike.
It's not.
It's Nike.
Guys, is it Nike because Nike says it's Nike? Or is it Nike because it's spelled like bike and Mike and anything else, Ike, Mike and Ike's? But, I mean, come on, it
Oh my
is...
goodness, you got a hat. Look.
I can't, how am I supposed to look? You're... She goes...
Look.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I see it. She goes like this. Pretend this is her phone. She goes, awesome, look, you got a hat. And then she's looking at the screen. I'm like, can you flip it around and show me? Like, oh, cool, the back of your knuckles look awesome. Thank you for the back of London's knuckles. I appreciate it. Let's throw one more little tree up here.
Mark Anderson says, it's Nike, not Nike.
No, that's because Mark Anderson from Ireland. That's too close to London's.
Yeah, I don't think that worked the way that you intended the typing message to work.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if they type it out, then yeah,
it's Nike,
London can read it however she wants to read it. That's not fair.
Angel says, I say Nike, but it's Nike.
Oh, Angelita. I'm sorry, I didn't see I only saw.
There we go. Okay.
Let's see.
Let's put one more bush up there real quick.
Rocking Ryan is
Did they
rad.
answer about clouds yet?
Yeah, nobody cares about the clouds.
What?
Rocking Ryan is rad says it's
Nikki.
Nikki.
That's how he spelled it in the comments.
I'm sure he did.
Nikie.
All right,
Nikki.
I'm gonna scoop this up just on the corner and maybe try to pop one little bush right in there.
Kelsey says, how do you guys say creek?
Oh, like instead of like creek, like crick. Like I gotta go down to the crick. You know what I mean?
It's just creek.
Yeah, it's creek
Oh,
to me.
hold on. Clouds, please. Clouds, please. Clouds, please.
Craig of the Creek, right? Oh, there we go. That looks cool. Kind of. That's why you save you just leave areas, right? Leave areas. Try something new. See what happens. Let's wash this brush and we'll go back and do those clouds like everybody wants. Everybody wants the clouds. You can see I don't have anything in this cup except for the liquid mineral spirits. There's no rack. There's no brush cleaning wire screen.
Ricketta
Nothing.
Van Dress sent 99 stars.
Hey, thank you so much. All right, and I shake it off into a trash can. We'll
Shake
bring out
it
the
up.
old
Shake it up.
beater bucket, right? It's got a golf ball basket down in the bottom of this 5-gallon bucket that I got from Lowe's, or your local hardware store. You can go to Ace, whatever. 5-gallon bucket, Home Depot, all you need. And then it's got that golf ball basket. And where did I get the golf ball basket? I have no idea. I've had it my whole life. And when I very first started painting, hang on, let's beat the devil out of this. Hello! Nice and clean. When I very first started painting, that's what was in my garage, and I was like, hey, I could probably use this for a little while until I find, the right thing to use. And I've been using it every time I paint for the last 4 years. So it's perfect. Oh yeah. A couple little more details out there on that rock. Maybe they got lit up by the sun. But I never like it to be all the same amount of brightness, so come back in. A little bit of darker brown over the top, just in certain areas, and just change it.
You know what I just learned?
What's up?
If you buy an American a curly whirly,
Yeah.
they commit blasphemy and they put them in the freezer.
Ooh. Well, can you pull up a picture of one and just show? Because the curly one that I'm thinking about has chocolate with caramel,
Yes.
like little ribbons, and they go back and forth. But I think
Yes.
that's a ripple. It's like this long, and they're very flat. You know what I mean?
Guys, for anyone who lives in England, because apparently I'm,
Please
not
tell
worth my weight in gold, please tell Josh.
Let's go back and put some clouds in real quick while you guys tell me the difference between a ripple and a curly whirly and a lion bar. Oh, I know the lion bar looks totally different.
Peggy over on YouTube says, I love this landscape.
Thank you so much.
Here.
One of my faves.
Curly whirly.
Oh, you're so right. What's
Yes,
a ripple
because
then?
I'm British.
What's a ripple then? Show me the ripple package. It's got to look very similar to that.
No,
Curly whirlies. Dan, I'm jealous of you then. If she sent you curly whirlies, can you send one to me?
that's what a ripple
Oh,
looks like.
yeah. Okay. I'm just way confused.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not British. I just
Right.
enjoy some
I
British
tried
candies.
to help you.
Let's come in here. I don't want to touch the tip tops of my trees with these clouds. Otherwise, it'll make the clouds look like they're in front of these trees. So let's stay back here. We're going to take our big brush, load it up. GAC Doctor brush, right? Get 7 of these for $10.99. Go to Amazon.com/shop/paintwithjosh. Load up the paint. Come up here. Just start writing in cursive, right? But we're staying up and away because remember, as we blend it, it's going to grow down. So leave some room. You come down here, and all that white is going to change and blend and mix and do all sorts of stuff. Right?
Aaron Kenny on YouTube says Nikki.
Nikki instead of Nike.
Oh, and then followed it up with Nike.
It's true. I mean, but that Nike pronounces it Nike. You have to pronounce it however they say. That's like if my name was Josh, and I say please pronounce it Josh, and you go yeah, but in my country we say Josh. I go well, yeah, but that's not how it sounds. My name's Josh. It's not Josh. Same thing with Nike and Nike or Mike.
No, if you...
Okay, while London explains, let's take this 1-inch brush and very lightly, because again, I don't want it to grow down over the thing. Maybe we'll go up with this guy, maybe down a little bit, maybe a little up. Okay, go ahead.
If you do the understanding of how the English language is put together, it would be Nike. The only time it becomes Nike is if you put some sort of accent over the E, which, for all intents and purposes, I ain't seen the accent. So it's Nike, because that's how bike is, and that's how Mike is. This isn't a conversation like read and read.
Read and red.
Right. Yeah, that's what I meant.
There we go. Couple
Like
little
moose and
soft-
meeces.
Moose and mices.
Moose, meese, mooses.
There we go. Just mixing it up, letting the clouds flow across our sun. And this is why I like having those clouds at our transitions, right? It helps you go from that yellow, and you're like, oh, okay, cloud, deeper, darker sky going
Could
out.
you take a second, look at the camera, and tell everybody what this does?
No, I like when people call me Bob Ross. Yes, I am Bob Ross. You see my afro? And my very soft personality and my goatee. I am Bob Ross. Yes, thank you for tuning in. No, my name is Paint with Josh. I've been painting for 4 years. London and I have been doing this live show now for 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, this is the third season. It's been way too many paintings. But yeah, we do live wet on wet. Long time. It's our favorite movie. If you've never seen Just Go With It with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, go check it out. But yeah, I do wet on wet landscape painting, just like Bob Ross used to do. So these are big, thick oil paints, right? They're not going to fall off the palette. Watch them all do. I'll be like, okay, shut the cameras off, London. Kill it before we got the delay. Cut them off. So, but I use the same paints. This is Winsor & Newton paint. You know, I have Gamblin paints. I've used them all before. The fans send me Bob Ross paint, so that's what we use, right? But you don't have to use Bob Ross paint. You can use Winsor & Newton, Gamblin 1980, Van Gogh paint. They're very thick. Some very thick oil, right? Some people, yes, do my tutorials in acrylic. If you know how to make acrylic work like oils, I can't teach you how. I don't know how. I only teach oils. So, but yes, a lot of people compare me to Bob Ross. They say I remind them of Bob Ross. It's not more of a comparison, but more like, hey, you remind me, you took me back to 1995 when I was watching Bob Ross growing up and my neighbor's house or wherever, and it brought back an awesome memory. So thank you. You know what I mean? That's how they liken me to Bob. But of course, who doesn't want to be like Bob Ross? He was the most loved, chillest, illest person ever, right? Take our soft clouds, and again, we didn't want to make the clouds so noticeable, right? Because the sky is so beautiful. I don't want to put any more darkness up there. Such a gorgeous bit. Now, let's highlight some stuff up here before we get too far away. Take our teeniest, tiniest. This is the smallest GAC Doctor brush that comes in. It's a size 2. So we're going to grab a little bit of liquid white.
Hey, question for you. What's that silly song you guys sing in America? You put one foot in, one foot out.
The hokey pokey, and not the hokey cokey. London says it's hokey cokey over there.
It is, because England was there first.
No,
For anybody in the comments.
Hokey pokey, a little bit of our sap green. We haven't used sap green in a long time.
Anybody in the comments who is from England, Scotland, or Ireland, please comment whether or not it's hokey pokey where you're from or it's hokey cokey. I already know the answer, but for the sake of argument.
Right.
I'm also sort of in agreement with the boycott Nike logic that's happening in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
So we're getting a lot of hokey pokies. Can I get some British people in the comments,
Hokey
please?
pokey. We
No,
do the
I need
hokey pokey and you turn yourself around or something.
That's
what it's all about. Bump. Okay, let's come back over here.
Oh, the hokey cokey.
Yeah, you guys have a whole extra
see,
line that's not even in our song.
Scotland says hokey cokey.
Right. Well, you guys are basically attached. Aren't you attached?
Phil says hokey cokey.
No, Phil. It's hokey pokey with a P.
No, it's hokey cokey.
What about that other
Put
the
your
old?
left leg in, your left leg
all right,
out.
well, we're doing
In,
this.
out, in, out. You shake it all about.
No.
You do the hokey cokey and you turn around.
Nope.
That's what it's all about.
Take our green, same thing, just on the tip tops of our shadows, right? You don't need the green everywhere. A little bit, not going to show in every single place.
So,
Maybe a little bit back there.
so Scarlet's Creations would like to know how I say the shoe brand with the 3 lines.
Oh, do you mean Adidas?
Oh, I found the other spring.
No. Oh, nice. Excellent. Okay, now let's load this. Yes, London says Adidas instead of Adidas.
Yeah, because it stands for something, but we can't say that.
Yes, I know what it stands for. This is a family show.
I know,
okay.
that's why we can't say it.
Let's come over here, right? You know what I'm going to do first? I have this very bright green, so I'm going to get a little bit darker green. We're going to do some double shadows on this.
Peggy,
one, so.
this paintbrush is made, they're GAC Doctor brushes.
Yeah.
You get 7 brushes for $10.
7 brushes, all different sizes for $10. My Amazon shop is amazon.com/shop/paintwithjosh, and I do earn a couple pennies if you purchase anything through there. So if you don't want to support me, then just go to regular old Amazon and get them that way. Okay, I'm going to take a clean brush, go into our paint thinner or our mineral spirits, just a very small amount, because you don't need a lot. That's probably way too much. Dipped in way too much, right? There's just a very thin little pile down here. I'm going to take some of this original green color and just get it wet. You see how it's starting to change its consistency? And now that it's thinner, it will stick easier to these guys. So we're going to go off the backside with this darker green. Just kind of tossing them off, slapping up, tapping at it, right? Our little tappy trees. I'm going to flip the brush over so we have a fresh corner to work with. Off the backside of those guys with that darker green. And maybe filling in a little bit, because maybe the sunlight wouldn't reach all the way back there. And you don't want to have so much green that you've covered up all your dark color, right? That's not what we want. Now let's wash that brush. Actually, I want to throw a little bit more of that green. Right in here too. That darker green. So we have
Big
two greens.
shout out to Lex who just said England invented the song Hokey Cokey, and by renaming it Hokey Pokey, it would be like renaming watermelon sugar kiwi salt.
England also invented the Black Plague. Okay, let's not.
That's what we're gonna do.
Let's not get too crazy. Okay, now we're going into that lighter color with our other brush. It's got that lighter, it's got the liquid white, so it's nice and runny. And then we're gonna come over here, and actually let's put in a few little trunks. And just one more way to add a little bit of detail. Take a little bit of our brown, right? Not too many white or light colors in it. Come over here, and just every so often, we're gonna put just a little indication that there's a trunk back there. Not that they're exactly the same, or in the same spots, or highlight the same. Maybe this guy you can see a little bit more at the top, just like that. And it doesn't have to even cover the entire thing, right? Just a little bit.
I'm sorry, Peggy Sterling wasn't asking about the GAC Doctor brushes, she was asking about the other brush. I'm assuming a round brush.
Oh, the half round brush. Okay, so this is the Bob Ross half round. It's been used, I've had this brush for the longest. And someone did send me a brand new one, so we should show this one instead. This is the Bob Ross half round brush and what it's supposed to look like when it comes to you, except mine's still a little bit dirty. But they're hog hair bristle brushes, natural bristles, sort of firm. You can get a lot of paint dabbed up in there to create that thick texture that we look for, right? These guys, let's just take the bottoms, just a little bit. There we go, just so it's not all the texture on top, all the texture.
What
Okay,
are those?
back to my light. Now we put our trunk in. We're gonna come over here with that light. The show is off the rails. Let's go over here with
I know, but people love it.
this light color. We're gonna tap the tip of the top of the trunk, right, just on the left side, and then we're gonna go with our little teeny tiny taps, little flicks, little here, little there. Not gonna go down all the way though, because this other tree is kind of, the bottom of it would be hidden in its own little shadows, right? So just a little bit of lighter green, a little bit of darker green. Gonna flip the brush over, come over onto this side, and again, start tapping our little flicks out. Little here, little there. Don't have to even make it really bright all the way down at the bottom. These are not our foreground trees. They're not the focal point. You just want a little bit of deep, a little bit of darkness, a little bit of light, a little bit of depth in them back there, right? And every so often you go over your trunk and it softens it and just gives it a little branch to light up, right? I love how it even opens up right there. You can see the whole trunk. There's a lot of shadow. That's where our little critters would live, right? Our little pea pod pocket squirrel of Bob's would live over there. Let's hear what Bob has to say. I didn't plan that. Did you hear that? You have to have dark in order to show light. I swear on my life, I didn't plan that. It just randomly came up that way. But that is 100% correct. In order to show all this light brightness, right, you have to have a bit of dark to bounce it off of. Otherwise, like London said earlier, it becomes very flat. Your tree becomes flat, like a piece of paper, right? Because there's no depth. You've lost all the depth. Depth means dark, right? They both start with a D. Dark and depth. We should do the 3 Ds. Okay, let's come up with the 3 Ds. Darkness, depth, and dang, Josh is good.
Distraction.
Distraction. Darkness, depth, and holy crap, Josh is good. Oh, that's too many letters. Okay.
That also starts with H, not
Yeah,
D.
that's not me.
Barbara Smith sent 200 stars.
Hey,
Thank you so much for sending
Barbara,
those
thank you.
on Facebook.
And look at this, how we pulled out that little bit underneath, right? Does that not look like this rock is overhanging now? So if we were to put some grass underneath there, it just gives you another little bit of depth, right?
Wicked Stepmama said dimension.
Dimension, depth, and darkness. I like that. Okay, right into our sap green.
What about dimension, depth, and distance?
And distance, very true. But you need the darkness too, though.
What about
Darkness, depth, and distance. A little bit of yellow ochre and the green. Look, it's not very much of either color on the brush, right?
What-
That's not a lot.
what about dark chocolate? I don't have the other 2 Ds.
Just dark chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't like dark chocolate as much as I like milk chocolate, but either way. Okay, we're gonna take that little bit of green and yellow that we dabbed in of just the thick paints, but I'm not dunking it directly in the pile, right? We pull out a little bit, and then we start to dab in from that very thin area, right? If I go and chunk in a whole bunch of yellow, you can instantly see that it tried to pick up a big globule of yellow on the brush, and that's not what I want to make grass with, right? Grass is just a mixture of yellow and green, very softly, and then we're going to come back here. I'm going to start tapping in.
Did you let the dogs out this morning?
Yeah, at 6 in the morning. Remember I told you I woke up at 6?
Oh, yeah.
I thought I heard Sadie barking, so I came down. I'm letting them out. I'm like standing, in the door like this. Yoda, trying not to open my eyes because I want to go back to sleep for a half hour because I had planned on waking up and going and getting London a coffee this morning. Set my alarms. Everything was gravy. And I woke up at 6 like thought I was late. And I go, oh, okay, cool. I got like another half hour. I laid back in bed. I'm just like sitting there petting the cat. And then and I wake up at 7:15. And I like to wake up at 7 on show days. Wake up at 7:15. London's already gone. Like I look at my phone. It's like, oh, Dutch Brothers. I'm like, oh, no, she's already gone to get a coffee. She's going to be mad. She's going to be so mad. Okay, let's take this yellow and green. Again, angles, right? If I start coming down at an angle this way,
People are demanding the wig.
it's going to look, it's so hot in here though. Okay, why do I still, hang on ladies. Hold on girls, you guys are in for a show. Hang on. Woo! Hey girl. Hey boys. Hey girls. What's up y'all? I had my sweater on because I realized I got paint on my good shirt. I got a bit of white paint on it.
Did you buy another one of those?
What?
Those.
These shirts?
Yeah.
No.
You should buy another one.
I know, I really should. Do you think I should update the design, or do people like the design of the shirt? I like how bright it is. And
The design's awesome, but instead of differences in colors, you should do the 3Ps. Where's your wig?
yeah, oh, sorry. It's underneath this paper towel that might have paint on it, but I need to wipe off my head. Oh, I just went the wrong way. There we go. Direction of my wave. It's gonna mess up my awesome hair. I did my hair for you ladies this morning, and now you want to see the wig? And you guys, my hair, for you all. I did my hair for you all. Here we go.
Okay, now it's super calm.
Hi, welcome to Bob Ross. Welcome to the Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. Okay, now we're going to come in here with our 1-inch brush. It's got a little bit of green and a little bit of yellow on it. All right, come in here and just tap. Soft little taps. See how we leave darkness in between. Right, but not so much darkness. Little bits, little differences. Yes. Oh, little differences. And we tap it in. We come out here. We got our little bit of grass. So lovely.
By the way, everybody loves it.
Now I like to take my brush and go back just lightly because I don't want to have so much detail further away, right? Leaving some of the little details, some of the little bits, but we don't need to have everything. And then we can even tap it in a little bit more and spread it out, right? And start to decide, leaving all those little differences. Very cool. Very cool. Now we can even change that up. What if we went in with a little darker green color? Right, so we pull it down, we tap in the green, and then we come in. What if we had a different little area come down over here? Right, just based off, just touching it. All you gotta do. And rotate your angles, and now we got this little hill that lived off there in the distance, right? Again, come in with a soft, dry, clean brush. Just tap it. But I don't want to tap it so much that these differences go away, right? And then maybe, just maybe, there was like a super bright area where the sun just came down and hit and just lit up that little bit, just a little bit of extra yellow, right? Again, I'm just gonna go in, soften it down. Now we got all these little differences in color back there, little different things. Gorgeous, letting it climb its way up the rock, letting some of those shadows come down, some of those browns mixing in. Right? When you look at grass, it's never just the same bit of color. And this thing is so hot, you guys, I have to take it off. Or we have to turn the fan on and point it at me. Like, it is so warm in here. All right, I'm gonna take the smallest little bit, that liquid
No,
white.
everyone's
green.
left now. You've taken the wig off.
Yeah, come in there like that. Couple little details, little bits of flowers that got hit by the sun or something. And that's with that liquid white, right? Very light pressure, very light. And we get one that come down here. Changing our angles and different little differences, right? Different differences. Again, Josh likes to soften it. Bob would leave it like it was. I like to soften it a little bit. It just helps me. I don't know why, but it helps me out. Now, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna grab up that knife, go back to our darkest browns, mix those two together. We don't need a whole lot of light. Actually, if we scrape, let's try it. We'll scrape up a little bit of light, scrape them all up in one go, and then try to come in here off in the distance and lay down, just by shaking our knife back and forth, we'll lay down our little walkway, right, our little path. Don't need a whole lot, and we're pushing very hard so the paint spreads out, right? So it's not so thick. I'm trying to spread it. I'm trying to scrape it enough that it, you know, fixes itself. It mushes itself out. That way it's not so textured out, right? Hey, our little walkway comes almost like we could go right out into the scene. What do you guys think about that? Right, very, very softly. Because again, there's a little bit of thickness to the paint. I don't want it to move. Not trying to get it to go anywhere. Just softly, we've created a cool little place for us to go take a walk. You want to go walk through there with me?
Hey Josh.
Yeah.
Welcome to Art TikTok. It is a pleasure to have you here. Please stay and watch us Paint with Josh create some of the most amazing scenes.
I like that.
Someone was happy that they made it to Art TikTok.
Hey, you're on the art side of TikTok. Welcome to Paint with Josh. 130,000 followers. Make sure you guys give me a follow. Over on Facebook, you can go follow me. I've got 115,000 followers over there. And if both of you guys watching on TikTok and on Facebook could go over to YouTube and subscribe for free. What's my hair? I can feel like it's so I'm literally so hot and sweaty. You guys just make me hot and sweaty.
How much is this painting?
So this painting you can purchase right now. I almost went to grab the sign. Look,
Oh,
I went to grab the old sign.
Don't do that.
So you can buy this painting right now. It's $300, right? $299, but there's 40% off, and it's free shipping worldwide. So it doesn't matter where you live, you're going to get free shipping on a painting just like this. No, just like this, on this painting. So if you go to paintwithjosh.etsy.com, that's my Etsy store. Once you're there, use the search bar at the top, type in the word TikTok or Facebook, and it will pull up this painting, and you'll be able to purchase it before anyone else can, and you'll be able to name it, right? That's the most fun part. Once you buy it, you get to name the thing. So, you know what I can see that would just look a little cooler if we had a little bit darker shadows.
What
back in
can
there.
you see?
There we go. Just the smallest little thing can change it, the biggest bit, right? Now, again, I've scraped up a whole other big bit of our black and crimson and blue, and we've mixed it up into this very dark color that just looks black, and I often refer to it as black, but it's not. It's our mixture of shadow, our shadow mix. All right, if Paint with Josh ever gets his own thing, Bob had mountain mixture, I'm going to call mine shadow mixture. Nobody steal that.
Simon in the comments says, how do you get that hazy look in the background?
Back here, so, which comment on TikTok?
TikTok.
So you're going to have to go over to Facebook and follow me on Facebook or subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see this live replay whenever you want to see it. So what we did was we took black gesso, right? I haven't put any undercolor, anything down here either yet. So all black gesso, I created the shapes of these trees, I created the shape of this mountain, and I put all the trees back there, and then black gessoed it. And then when it came time to paint, we put our clear and our white. As the paints pull over that already dry gesso, you'll get these awesome little rays of light come in. And you'll be able to rewatch it over on YouTube. You can check it out. So I've loaded up the brush right over here, and it's youtube.com/paintwithjosh or /@paintwithjosh, however you want to do it. Now, I've left enough room. I might actually have to lose this tip top of a tree and turn it into our foreground tree, which you can do just by making it a little darker and bringing it down a little bit further, right? Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Okay, let's come in here. I'm going to grab it right at the tip top. I'm going to make my trunk all the way down to about right there.
Wah, 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 wah. The painting is sold.
What? Who bought it?
Cassandra.
Cassandra! Well, guys, anyway, hit me with your names. We're going to help Cassandra name this painting. So, you tell her what you think the name should be for this
She
painting.
wrote in the comments, bought it.
Bought it! And then when it comes time to name it, maybe she'll choose your name or maybe she'll hit us with her own. So,
Fuzz is here. He wants a flex.
hang on. I flexed in the other video last night, too. Ah, Fuzz. Now that I'm losing more weight from not drinking so much soda, I'm definitely more cut. I don't work out, though. I don't even lift, bro. I don't even lift.
Do you even look, bro?
So, again, we're going to take that treetop, and I guess I could have moved it over a little bit, I guess, and we could have saved that little treetop back there. But I'm going to turn this tree that was back there into the tree that's now sitting in front of all these. So, again, we're taking our brush.
Don't ruin it because she bought it. We had to take
Why?
her to cancel the order.
Don't say that, because last night I thought that was going to happen. As I kept painting, I'm like, what if I do something that the buyer doesn't like? And then they're going to be like, no, I don't want it anymore. Give me my money back. Like, it's so stressful when it does get purchased. There we go. Okay, So we're going to take our brush, and we're loading it up with a dark color. Watch the angle of the brush, right? It's like this, out into the room. It's not flat against the canvas. It's kind of out at an angle like my palm would be, right? It's not flat, it's not directly sideways, and I'm not angling the brush down. We're angling it up, away, back towards your face, right? Up in your face. We're going over here. I'm just going to tap it. Little tappy trees, whatever comes off is going to come off, right? And the more that we go down, the more we push and extend back and forth to the right. And then you start to build. And you start to build. And you go back and you load your brush again. And you come back over here. Maybe we'll try to stay out of your way and do this side. And you start popping out little bits, right? I'm hitting it, and then I'm slapping the whole brush against, and then we pull it away, right? And when you do that quickly, you leave sharp little branches, different little things, just like that. You can have it come out as far as you want, right? You can hide your whole path, you can do whatever. Now let's go back and do the other side because it looks kind of funky.
Cassandra said she trusts you.
Thank you. Now we're going to come over here again. My brush is the same way, and now I'm going to start picking it up and then slapping, coming back to the center, popping out, coming back to the center, tap, 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 about 3 or 4 taps in between each one, right? It's hard to do them slowly. If you do them slowly, you're going to want to try too hard to make it perfect. And the best part about a landscape painting, and trees in general, is they're not a perfect shape. And they're not all the same, right? Never going to be 100% the same. And I like leaving a little bit of that background back behind there. It just adds what, London? Depth.
Differences in color.
Depth and distance and differences.
Dark chocolate.
And dark chocolate. And we take our thing, and again, why do we do this? Why do we soften it? Why is he pulling out the bottom of the tree? Because that was kind of cool. We had some green on our brush and just accidentally added it over behind the side of the tree. And it looks like a shadow now. But you have to pull it out so it softens it. Maybe you want to throw a big bush right underneath here, adding one more little layer of depth. Everything that you can stick on top of itself is another layer of depth. And in order to add a bush, you're going to want to soften it. Right?
You have been live for 1 hour and 22 minutes.
Oh my God, this is going to be another long one. Okay, let's come in here. We don't want to do that rock there. Let's do a bush there. So we're going to come in with that half round brush again while Lemon goes to sleep.
I'm going to take a nap.
And we're going to pop it in. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize.
There we go, just like that. Popping it in. We're going to pull out along the edge, and then we can go back and fix our path and make our path come right down in front, right?
You know, if it wasn't so
Just like
relaxing to watch you paint, I wouldn't be on it.
Yeah, if you want to see this painting from the beginning, you can head over to Facebook and or YouTube. Play them both, one on your television, one on your phone. Come on,
Right.
Let's be honest, we watch our phones even while the television is on.
It's true.
You can watch this tutorial from the beginning, learn how to get that hazy effect in the background. Everything else that is associated with this painting, you can watch from the very beginning, plus over 300 extra videos.
Yep.
What painting number is this?
This is painting 672. Ask Cassandra, she just bought it. It should say it in the description of the Etsy listing. 672, I believe. That's a lot of paintings. All right, we're going to come up here with the dark green, just plain old sap green and a little bit of our thinner, so we can have our differences in color, like London says.
Wah, 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 wah.
And we're going to just slap. And again, the dark green is supposed to be dark, right? You're not going to see a whole huge amount of it. You might with all of our super bright lights and stuff. But in reality, this is much darker than this green back here, and to me, creates that shadowy effect.
I like there's no snow on this painting.
Yeah, well, he didn't even put a mountain in. In Bob's, he's got a big mountain back here filled with snow and like a big cliff and stuff. But, I don't want to do... I've done 2 of those paintings, and they both sold, and now I did this version, and this one sold. So maybe we'll just keep doing this painting and just little differences on it, and see how many times we can get it to sell. Okay, let's come back. Clean brush, smallest one, number 2.
Josh
Back into
is
the liquid white.
Josh is an oil artist, for anyone new coming into the comments. He uses the wet on wet technique. So if you are curious as to how he does this, you can go over to Paint with Josh on YouTube and see full length tutorials over there.
A little bit of yellow, the cad yellow mixed in with that green, brightens it up. And we're going to come over here and just start slapping in at it. Look, little teeny tiny things with a little bit of pressure. All we need. Right? And as they go down, your brush is going to start to change color. Look at that. It's immediately started to go this darker color because as we push in, every time that light color mixes in with that dark purple, it starts to change, right? So we need to flip the brush over, use the other side. And when you flip it over, it's going to be very fresh. So remember, light pressure. It's all about pressure, paint pressure practice, right? And then we come over into our little side, and you get this whole little tree with little differences, little depthful areas, gorgeous little things. Woo! Nelly, Cassandra, you got a good one. And we're not even done. This thing's coming with a waterfall. It comes with a waterfall, so if you don't like waterfalls, you better return your purchase right now.
What do you mean comes with a waterfall?
This one's got a waterfall in it.
Well, I think you should ask Cassandra because I think she likes it the way it is right now.
Well, she also said she trusts me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So let's go in with that same dark green. And come on, a little bit of difference, and then we'll come back with our lighter color. Little light, little taps, right? Not a whole lot of detail, not a whole lot of light, not a whole lot of anything back there. Just little different greens, right? Little different greens. Okay, Cassandra, do you want me to paint the painting how it's supposed to be done, or do you want me to just finish? I mean, there's supposed to be a little waterfall here into a bigger waterfall in the front.
Someone just commented, "Shush, lady, let him paint."
Yes, shush, lady, you strange woman.
Cassandra says it's like the last one I bought.
Yeah, exactly. She did get the other one. You bought Royal Sunset Royal Majestic Water. I can't even remember what the heck it's called. Majestic Royal Sunset or whatever I called it.
So,
but yeah,
Cassandra,
excellent.
do you want a waterfall or no waterfall?
Well, no, I want to paint the waterfall. It's so cool, and the TikToks for the people love the waterfall.
Hold on, just give it a second. She's laughing.
Oh, okay. Let's go back and fix our path while we're waiting.
She said, "Do it."
Do the waterfall. Okay.
Do
Now,
it.
we'll come back over here. Scraping up all those browns again and pushing really hard so we kind of create a little ridge in there. Oh, look, it looks like a little speed bump. It's kind of neat. Little bump, pulling that bit of pathway. That way we can walk around. I'm actually going to have to get rid of that speed bump. It's not coming out far enough. There we go. Right?
It's my sound of a speed bump.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just did the sound like Bob. I went shoo. Right? People yell at me and go, "You're trying to copy him. You even steal his noises." So instead of that, last night I was watching Family Guy, and Stewie's has this wheel of animal noises, and it goes, "The cow goes," and it plays this noise. And so my new noise for painting is Shazoo! Every time I'm like, Shazoo!
Should be Cool Whip. Do you want any Cool Whip, Brian?
No, cool whip.
Cool Whip, Brian.
There, perfect. Cool little piece. All right, now I'm going to take my 1-inch brush that Jessica Morgan bought us off the wish list. Go to my Amazon wish list. You can find it in my link tree, which is in my bio and
Hashtag link in bio.
everywhere else. London will probably put it in the comments on Facebook or whatever. And you can go to the Amazon store. You can get the same stuff I have, or you can send me stuff off of my wish list that helps me create these free videos for you. Okay, now let's put in the undercolor. This is one of the only paintings where we wait until the very bottom to put in the undercolor, right? So the undercolor for this one is going to be blue, and then it's going to change to phthalo green only because Josh likes differences. In that dark Prussian blue, look, you can barely even tell that it's on there. It remains looking dark, looking black, and I'm not taking it all the way to the bottom. I'm not doing that. And I don't want it to be so super thick, right? You want to spread it, you want to pull it, you want to move it, stretch it. Go back into our phthalo green, that darker kind of sea green. It's a gorgeous watercolor. I'm going to work my way from this side into the blue and then back and forth. And that way we'll have a couple stripes of green, a couple stripes of blue, a couple stripes of differences.
Cool Whip.
Cool whip.
Cool Whip,
You know,
Brian.
we probably need...
How do you get your paint from drying while using it?
I use oil paints, which take days and days and days and days to dry, versus acrylics, which take about 5 seconds to dry. All right, let's pop in. We need to do our little downward thingies here. Okay, so we're going to come back. We're going to get the smallest amount of that liquid white, just tapping it so you don't drag a whole lot of color. Maybe a little of the yellow, maybe a little of our green and yellow ochre. And we have all these little differences in color in there. All right, and now we're going to use this brush and rotate it down at an angle. So maybe we start tapping in, and then a few little things start to fall off, right? Little bits, leaving little areas in between. Maybe the whole area isn't covered. You know what I mean? They don't all go down. They don't all dip down the same. Maybe some of these go over here. Now they're more straight down than anything else. Right, coming off the top, our little hill. Coming down. We don't want them to go all the way down to the bottom. We're not going to see everything down there anyway, right? Let's take a little bit of that liquid white, just so we can get some of these little brighter colors to stick. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Do you think oil paints smell bad?
I don't. I mean, I'm used to them. They do have an odor. I mean, everything has a smell, right? But I'm used to them by now. They don't bother me. But there is an odor associated with everything, really. I'm going to go back. I'm going to cut the top of our bushes off, right? Our little things. And now it doesn't look natural because it's just weird. They're just kind of hanging over the side.
It looks
So
awesome.
I'm going to put a little bit of our dark color with the brush upwards, right? Just kind of mushing on maybe a few little weird shapes. Twisting, they're almost like we're making that seascape foam, right? Twisting it, turning it, and that way we'll have these little bits. And now I'm going to come over the top again with a little bit of our liquid white, and a little bit of that green and yellow, and dabbing them all in. And we're going to highlight just a few little things off the top and kind of work them in to everything else we got going on.
There's a gentleman in the comments who says, Bob Ross paintings all look the same. Be original, my guy. There are 2 paintings on the screen right now that are
Yeah.
so vastly different.
Right. I'm not original.
No.
Go whistle, my guy. How about that? If you don't like it, leave.
Jennifer
I don't need
says,
to hear your opinion. Neither does the rest of the world. Not every opinion needs to be heard, so why don't you go somewhere else? Bye, Felicia.
opinions are like buttholes. You should wash yours.
Oh, burn. Okay, let's come in here and just start to tap. Bring in some of that darkness up.
Josh uses odorless mineral spirits to clean his brushes, because water just won't remove the oil.
Oh yeah, I would never take water and put them on this brush. It will ruin the brush. It will definitely ruin it. I'm gonna add a little bit in here. I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna add some darkness. Maybe we had a few little rocks. So take those 2 browns. Gonna mix up those 2 browns. A little bit of the purple. Come in here, scrape it up. Maybe we had a rock that was just sticking out over there. Maybe we had one over here, right? All the time. That's why these trees and bushes and everything grow around those things, and they're falling down into the water. Very cool. Little liquid white, little bit of our green. Come in, just kind of hide the edges. Drag a few things down, fix them up, tap them in. Little differences, right? Very cool.
For anyone asking in the comments, you must be new here. Josh adds 3 birds to every painting to symbolize our family, but you will have to stay till the end to see that.
Very true. There we go. Don't want to have all the same green and yellow, right? Add some darker bits of green in there too. Gotta have them. All right. Don't really want to touch those at all. Just making the smallest little things. Now we'll have somewhere, all these little things are trying to reach down for something. Okay, I had this really cool idea to make this one a little bit different. We'll take here and we'll make like a ridge of rock that kind of splits away the thing, right? So it's going to go back there, and we don't even need to do the whole thing, remember, because our brain isn't going to see it all. And maybe it came down and connected over here. Go back to that brush. It's got a little bit of lighter color on it, and feed over our little bit of grass, right? Just to hide it. Now, we're going to come into our lighter colors, our browns. We're going to mix them up, but not over mix them. You want those stripes. Come in here, and just maybe every so often, a little piece of this little bridge got lit up. Right, and back behind the bridge is where all the fun is going to come out. There we go. Cool little piece of rock back there. Right, now we've got all that blue color underneath. So I need to decide, I need to clean off a big old brush first. I like using a big brush for a waterfall. If you guys like waterfalls, stick around. We're about to hit you with how to do one. We're going to do a double waterfall, so it's 2 different ones, right? I love this little bit. Again, we've left this area back here nothing. There's no paint. There's no anything. It's dark back there. You don't know what's going on.
Hey, for anyone interested who thinks that Josh only paints Bob Ross, please check out his
Oh my
Etsy
God.
store and Instagram to find paintings of UFOs and
Volcanoes,
yeah.
lightning.
igloos.
Okay. And take the brush like this, right? Of course, this is a Bob Rod. This is I think out of 672 paintings, this is number 9 that I've done of a Bob Ross painting, right?
But I'm pleased that you jumped in for 15
Right.
minutes to share your
Right,
opinion.
more like 15 seconds, and then you made an opinion about me. Why do I have these little hairs? Look at how hot that. Man, you guys just make me sweaty.
Hot
Okay.
and sweaty.
Now, I don't want to just take it and pull straight down, right? That's going to look funky. This bit of bridge is hiding wherever our water is filtering from. So we're going to come off to the side a little bit, and then at an angle. And you bring it out. You don't have to have everything all the same.
Crystal said, not the igloo.
Yeah, right. You know, nothing has to be the same, but it's got to be a little bit flat, and then you rotate. Right? Don't want to add too much paint there either. That's bad if you have too much paint. Now, I'm going to go back, just because I have a little bit of blue on there. I'm going to reload that blue side with white. Right? Now we're going to decide where we want our next little waterfall to come in. And we'll hit right here, come to the side. I like holding it like this. And then we'll drop off the edge.
There is a weird glare. Hold on.
That's probably from the...
Slightly better. Yeah, on the TikTok camera,
Right.
it was just a little glary on the right-hand side.
Okay, so we brought our color and our water. Right, it lands, it hits right here. Turn your brush upside down. Couple little slaps like we were making grass or something. You have those little splashies in there, right? A couple little things. Doesn't need to be super detailed. The water's moving around. And make sure you have differences. White, blue, dark, black, all these things. Don't go over them too much. And if you can scrape up enough, if you have like a little layer, you can get it to come off real white and bright and thick, and it feels like you're trying to do a mountain. It's very cool. Coming down like that. Neat. Neat, neat. Let's wash that brush. Now we're going to hide the edge of the water, and then you'll never be able to tell where it's even coming from, right?
Hey guys, if you are interested and you love artwork or any form of creativity, my name is London and I make candles. You
Yes.
can always check out my candles, which smell fantastic. I will be adding Wizard's Beer.
Woo! I thought you said beard.
No,
We should make one called Wizard's Beard.
Wizard's Beer, which will be here on Monday, and that will be butterscotch. If
Oh.
anybody is in the comments that's a Harry Potter fan, that will be in the candle store next week.
That's what I was telling everybody. You got a new scent last night, but I couldn't remember what the scent was.
Butterscotch.
Yes, butterscotch.
So it'll smell like butterbeer.
Hey, where's that? Can you get the Bob Ross brush out of here? It's got a black handle. It's the only Bob Ross brush that comes with a black handle. It's called like an oval brush or something. It might not even be that. I gave you the wrong one.
But something
one.
is spilled.
It's the liquid clear. It didn't spill. It just leaks. The jars just leak. What was I saying? Oh, the brush. Yeah, the Bob Ross brush. It's the oval shaped brush. Maybe we're going to use that to finish down and see if it gives us a different. Yep.
Oh.
It gives us a different type of look.
Said it was oval. It's not remote.
It doesn't look like an oval anymore, but when you load it with paint, it should make like an ovally shape. So let's come. We're going to get a little bit of liquid white. I haven't used this brush. It was in my travel kit, and even when I take it, like when I go to do events, I leave this brush at home, empty out the travel case, and I put all the good brushes in it, right? Because I never use this brush. So we'll go in here. Let's get a little bit of the yellow, maybe a little bit of the yellow ochre, and just like 2-3 dabs of green. And who knows, we'll start popping them in. Ooh, that makes a cool little look. Look at that. That's a neat little thing, right? All those little bits of yellow, they're little bits of flowers falling down, reaching down for the water, right? Let's come over here. Oh, just a few little bits. Maybe those are the flowers that lit up. Oh, look at that, London!
Josh has about 6 mods in here. We're happy to always answer questions. A lot of people love to help us, and we really appreciate everybody else in the comments that do help when questions come up.
Definitely.
This is oil painting, the wet on wet technique. And this is Paint with Josh.
Yes, I'm Paint with Josh. I've been doing this for about 4 years now. This is painting 600, number 672, and it's already purchased. That's the thing about Paint with Josh paintings. You got to get them fast, because they got, like this one down below, I thought this would have sold instantly. This was the painting when the first night that London and I talked about splitting up. I was like, I got to go release some energy, so I painted this painting down here. And I thought it would have sold, and it never did. So you never know when your favorite is still going to be there, or if it's going to be gone the next time you go to check. So if you like one, get it now. Actually, I'm going to start using this brush a whole lot more, just based off of these little flowers. I'm going to put it back in the rotation. oval brush is back into the recommended brush rotation. I
Guys,
haven't used it for a long
if
time.
you could do me a huge favor over on TikTok, hit that follow button and turn those notifications on so that you know when Josh goes live. Josh goes
Definitely.
live Thursday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. He goes live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m.
Well, we skipped
Friday-
one. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. I'm gonna just paint. I got a little bit of dark, and I'm just gonna pop a bush in. Please continue, Len, please.
Friday night, you can find Josh on Facebook and YouTube only
Yes,
At-
for Friday night.
at 7
freestyle.
p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
What do we call that show?
Friday night freestyle.
Friday night freestyle.
And then
Fantastic.
Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can find Josh doing a nice, relaxing live, which generally 20 minutes in, I'm asleep.
Yes, that's the one where we don't talk, we just paint.
My voice is only ever here on a Saturday morning.
And some Friday nights. And I mean, your voice is all over. Your voice is all over hundreds of videos.
No, I know, but
You know what I mean? Like,
realistically, I'm only ever here on a Saturday morning.
yeah, I mean, if I'm doing a Thursday night show or a Friday show, and London's here, she might be watching from downstairs, but up here. You know, it's the only
I'm
time I
almost-
get to spend together with her
Oh,
anymore, so
shut
I
up.
make the shows last for hours.
I'm
and
always
hours.
in the comments. We have about 6 different mods on TikTok.
Are they all here today?
I believe
Te-
so.
Tell us all the mods so everybody over on TikTok can follow those mods. And I want to thank every single one of you girls. I love you. And I love, you know, I had a talk with a couple of them the other day. I was like, you know, I hope that when me and London split up that we remain friends. You know what I mean? And you're not just London's friend, you can be my friend too. And they were like, yeah, definitely. So I think they're definitely going to be your friend.
It's because you have
They're
more
gonna ditch
followers
you.
than me.
Oh, because I got more followers? Okay. I'm going to get the smallest amount of the cleaner, the paint thinner. Go ahead, London. Tell us all the mods. You guys follow those mods. I'm going to mix up a little bit of this paint thinner, which I just shook off. You know, I tried to dip in the least amount possible, and I still shake off a ton.
So if you see the following mods in the comments, make sure you give them a shout out, say hi. We've got myself, the London Candle Co.
Yes.
If you love candles, you can head over there.
What's your website?
thelondoncandleco.etsy.com. I
Excellent.
have a tiny following on TikTok, but I go live 3 times a week. Next week,
They are the most fun candle things on TikTok you'll ever see. Most relaxing, too. I love that show. When I want to relax, I watch London Show. Go ahead.
next week I will be live at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you guys can come in, pick your colors, buy candles. It's gonna be great, and we're doing them in tins, so you guys can reuse the tins and do whatever.
That's
you need to.
what's really cool. I want to talk about that too, because we always talk about, you know, not trying to add garbage to the world and trying to be green and all that stuff. And so you could buy a candle, you could melt it, and then when you're done melting it, you wipe it out, clean it out, and now you've got a place for all your earrings or your screws or nuts and bolts. If you're a dude, like they're little silver tins. It's not like it's a pink tin. It's not girly. They're
Right.
very classy. She's got really classy logos and, you know, specific packaging. It's just awesome. Go check out her store. If you can't afford a painting, you're still going to support me by shopping through her store. So I'll just be like, hey, London, give me the cut off of that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So you've got Better Buttonut in the comments as
Yes.
well.
Oh, she
Always
sent
here.
it.
Numerous different accounts that she mods from.
Better Butternut sent me some black paint off of the wish list. So thank you, Better Butternut. Go ahead.
Numerous accounts, you'll see her in and out of the comments. We've got Riley and Scout, phenomenal human being, comes in, answers questions on some of Josh's lives.
Yeah, she was here with me on Thursday
She was
night.
here last night with you.
No, yes, no, that was Crystal last night.
Oh, yeah.
She was
Thursday night.
Riley was here on
Thursday.
Thursday night.
Spirit Weaver Semek, she is also in the comments. That
Grandma Cheryl. I love Cheryl.
She's a phenomenal human being once again.
She is. And I'm sorry that time that you wanted to talk to me about what was going on, Cheryl, that I didn't really want to talk and I yelled at you. I'm sorry. I'll talk to you on Discord later.
Well, there you go.
I wasn't in the frame of mind to talk then. I'm good now.
You've got Diamond in the Rough. That's Crystal. You can always find her here. She's avid.
She was with me last night.
Avid feature on my
Yes. That's
Candle
so-
Talk.
So funny too. Is Crystal here on TikTok now?
She is.
Can she come on in the box?
Sure.
Can Crystal request
Crystal,
and
can you
London will
come
set
in?
up. It's so funny though. I bring it up because like when Crystal's with me, it seems like a very low energy Crystal.
Oh no,
Hey,
she
guys. Oh no. Okay.
can't.
Oh,
No, she got a fruit
well,
salad.
It's okay. So she's like, hey guys, how's it going? You know, and then when I see her on London Show, hi, go over to the London Candle Co. And she puts on her customer service voice and head over to the LondonCandleCo.etsy.com and you can buy candle. It's just so funny. Okay, and she'll be like, shut up, I don't do that. And she'll give me, I'm just giving her crap. Okay, let's get into our liquid white. We're gonna dump it into here. Grab a little bit of our yellow, We've already put green shadowing over our dark shadow color, but we didn't cover everything. Oh, I just touched it. Again, that's why we wear gloves. Didn't cover everything. Now I've got that liquid white that I'm gonna just tap into our very bright yellowy color, and then very light pressure, right? Paint pressure, practice. Very light. Get that little bit of light shining off. Fantastic. Saved our bit of rock, saved our bit of shadow. So everything has depth and distance. Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. I was about to say, if you want to buy this painting, go over to my store, but it's already been purchased. It's already been purchased. So, got to be quick. I think I'm going to have to do one for Dolly, just especially for her, and do a commission, because I've been telling one of my fans, I think she's got macular degeneration, or which it's very hard for her to see. And as it gets worse, she can't really enjoy art unless it's really brightly colored. So I was like, okay, this weekend I'm going to paint only bright color paintings, and you'll have a chance to buy them, but you got to be fast. And, she hasn't been fast enough. So I told her, if you're not able to get one this weekend, I might have to just do a commission for you, and we'll do a really bright sunset.
Service Bet says, I struggle with painting unrealistic things, such as a waterfall from the ground. How to change that for me?
A waterfall from the ground?
He's stating that the waterfall doesn't come from anywhere.
Yes, it's obviously a tube, a tunnel underneath this rock that the water is spilling out of. I mean, do I have to explain nature? Do I have to explain nature to you, that water will eat away at rock and stone and create little things and little bridges, right? We do know that this piece of rock is disconnected from that piece of rock. If you were watching long enough, you would have figured that out. But, go ahead. It's all good. I don't mind.
Angie,
Let's go in here with our dark. Actually, first we're going to scrape away the white. Go ahead, Angie.
Angie says, first time watcher, do you offer private custom classes?
I do. I offer Zoom classes or virtual classes via Facebook call. You can go on my website and check them out, or message me on Facebook. Send me a direct message on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll work out a price, and we'll work out a day, and then we'll connect via video call, and you can paint something neat just like this. All right, let's come up a little bit up here. I'm going to scrape real hard in the shape that I want my rock to be, and that way I take off any bit of white paint, because the white is going to make our dark rocks start to go bright, and we don't want them to go bright. I'm going to mix a little bit of darkness in here, and maybe back in there. There's a little bit of stone, and you can see where I've scraped it away is where I want to come back and fill in our little areas with that rock, right? All just mushing it on, playing, seeing what looks the best. What'll happen if I put a little bit out here, like a little ledge, or this, or that, or we came up like that, or we came over here and we pushed a little bit more of the water back. See what I mean? And even just grabbing that small amount of white right there tries to brighten our rock. So scrape that white away, go back in with your dark color, fill it back over. You gotta have it be dark. You don't want the darkness to go all the way to the edge, right? Now we're gonna come back in with our light, a little bit of liquid white, smallest little bit, because I don't want it to grow crazy. A little bit of white, a little bit of titanium white, liquid white, and come in. Actually, we're gonna mix it up with our brown, because I don't want to almost just put like snow on it. Mix it up with our browns. So we have all these different layers and different stripes, and then we're gonna come in and scrape right through all of them, and then come up here and just start dropping on little bits of brightness at different angles. Look at my hand rotate. It's already down here now, right? We're changing the angle, we're changing the shape, pulling on little different things, and then you'll have little dark areas, right? The light's not going to get to everywhere, so don't worry. And take our 1-inch brush and just kind of pull this down very softly, just so it fills in and covers any bit of color in the back, or coming from the rear. There's green on here, I don't want the green there. Coming from the rear, you can blend it up into the, there's a lot of green on there. It's going to take a while to wash that one. And there's yellow on here. Can we get a clean brush, please? There we go. It's all right. We'll add a little bit of like mossy something down in here. So we're pulling from the corner, and then as we get close to that texture, we're pulling away, leaving it dark in there. Right? Leaving it dark back in there. It's got to be dark. Now let's get that other brush that we like, our half oval brush. We're gonna come up here. The last little thing throw in our little bit of water, and then we'll be done. So I'm gonna pop in a little bit of bush back in here to cover up that section, right? Again, just adding depth and distance. Wash that off. Get some liquid white and some green or yellow, whatever you want to use. Right? Tap it in like that. Maybe mix up the yellow and the green together. Come in just little teeny things. Just a little difference back there. It just helps our brain, right? And I never like it to be such a straight line. So I'm going to take this guy and just pull him off to the side just a little bit. There we go. Okay, now go back to the brush with a little bit of blue on it. Come into our blue. We already have that dark undercolor in there. So we're going to take our blue and decide where our water's coming down and hitting. And we're going to pull it off to the side, right? Now we've created this little bit. Remember, you can leave it dark down here. It's shadowy.
Zach Field says, my art is going to be in a show at a museum this month. Can I send you my art anywhere for criticism?
I don't like to criticize people's art. But you can send it, I'll look at it, and I'll say that's excellent, or great colors, or whatever. But I'm not going to tell you that it's bad. I don't like doing that to people. You worked hard on it, so yeah, what you got going on? We should look into the gallery. Whatever happened to the...
I don't know. They just vanished off the face of the
Well,
planet.
let's email. Maybe they're waiting on us to...
I don't think so.
Well, maybe. We never know. So again, guys, if anybody knows any brush manufacturers, or if brush manufacturers are watching and you want to reach 240,000 people that would definitely buy Paint with Josh brushes, I'm looking for my own brush kit, my own brush line, my own paints. Like, there's other people that have less followers that have their own brush line than me. Like, come on, guys, let's get on this. Who wants Paint with Josh brushes? Because I sure do. I sure do. And take this white. Again, I'm not going to put it all the way back against the edge because that's in the deepest part of the shadows. So maybe come out here.
Would they be called Paint with Josh brushes?
I would imagine. What else would they be called?
No, Paint with Josh brushes.
Oh, they're gonna be they're gonna be called Josh with paint brushes. I'm gonna take those little stripes of white, and I'm not gonna pull so hard that we pull them all away. Right? Oh, just like that.
His Instagram is the exact same username as his TikTok, Paint with Josh K. Every other platform is Paint with Josh, no K.
That's it.
If you just type in Paint with Josh, they'll come up. There's a guy on Instagram who paints houses, but you'll know that it's not.
Yeah, it's not that paint with Josh. Right? Dropping a few more little bushes, little darkness down in here, right? The darker colored shadows, and then we can come back in with the slightest little bit, maybe a few little flowery highlights over the top. Just reaching down for the water, but not everything has to be the same color. Gorgeous looking painting.
Anyone interested currently in candles? I do have free shipping if you spend over $60 in my store using code FShipping.
F shipping, and just real quickly, type the name. What would you name this? Help Cassandra, the buyer, help her name it. So F shipping, thelondoncandleco.etsy.com. Go ahead, hon.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, yeah, I'd love, if you guys can't support me by buying a painting, it still supports me in London by shopping through London's store. And her items are much, they're not cheap at any means, but they're much less expensive.
And this soy coconut, they last 65 hours for my 12 ounce. I have no idea what my 16 ounce will last. I will have to do
that's gonna be a cool thing.
How much for the painting below?
So the painting below, it's 40% off, and it's listed in my Etsy store. The name of it is Lost Serenity. So if you go in my Etsy store, paintwithjosh.etsy.com, and you search in the top for Lost Serenity or Serenity Lost, that's this painting. I think it's $259 right now, and it would be 40% off of that.
So 140 bucks.
Yeah, about 140 with free shipping and all the good stuff. A couple little taps, a little bit of splashiness of our water.
DC Destroyer says,
down.
do you sell prints?
I do. I just, what's funny is last week, if you had asked me that, I would have said no, because nobody buys my prints. They just want the originals. But I've painted so many awesome originals that sold so fast that I've decided to create 8 new prints of my favorites, and they're available in my store, paintwithjosh.etsy.com. They're canvas prints. They're actually thicker quality than these are. Oh, I just hung it up in the room last night. They're, instead of being ½ inch, they're full inch on the sides, like gallery wrapped. They have black edges. And they're fantastic. I take a high-res picture, send it over to the print company, they print it onto the canvas, they send it straight to you no matter where you live. So you can get them worldwide, and they range from 50 for the 12 by 12, it's $49.99, and then if you go all the way up to 24 by 36, they're $134.99.
Angelita says, what's the most important brushes when painting?
These two. These are the two that I cannot live without.
House brush.
The house brush and the small house brush. These soften the sky, they soften the clouds, they soften the rocks. They soften our bushes, they soften our water. And you can push and move all the colors. I cannot paint without these brushes right here. Cannot. So next on the list after a good 1 and 2 inch brush would be a fan brush and a palette knife. Can't paint without those. All right, I could do a whole painting with just a palette knife, a fan brush, and a 1 and 2 inch brush. We could do a whole painting with. I like doing videos sometimes where we use limited colors and limited tools. Right? Not everybody wants to go buy an entire brush set when they're very first starting out. So you're like, okay, what's the bare minimum I can get? I can get a 1 and 2 inch brush, I can get a couple fan brushes, I can get a little liner brush so I can sign my painting when I get done. And I can, a couple little things and a couple colors, 3, 4, 5 colors, all you need. And I've got 10, 20, 30 paintings with just 3 colors, just 4 colors, just 5 colors. Or like this where we use 10 or 11 colors for a painting. So, oh shoot, I didn't wash, I'm trying to dab it off and I'm like, why is all this color? Okay, hit us with your names. Do we have any names for the painting? Remember, follow all the mods on TikTok. They're fantastic. And follow London, the London Candle Co. She's on Facebook, TikTok. Are you on Instagram?
Yes.
Instagram, YouTube. She's got content everywhere, and they're really cool. And I'm telling you the truth. I don't watch anyone's videos. I don't watch other painters. I don't watch it. When I want to relax and London's on live, I turn on the London Candle Co. pour videos, and I watch. And I'll watch her make people's video live. And the best part is, when you make your purchase, you come back on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when she's making them, and you can tell her, hey, I want it to be purple. Or can you do purple with like a little silver dusting on the top? And you can kind of create your own candle. And you can also, in your store, in the personalization section is where you want to write the color you want, right?
If you're not going to join the TikTok.
Yeah, so if you're like, okay, I bought the candles and I can't make the live, make, this color, this scent purple, and this scent, black or yellow or gold or whatever, and you can personalize it in the personalization section. But if you're going to come back and watch it be made live, then you go into the comments and you're like, hey, I want this one to be gold. And then everyone watches your candle be born. And you're like, okay, I want this one to be pink. Or whatever colors you choose.
It's very cool.
It's really a lot of fun. You know what, I might put one more. No, it looks good right
Okay, we got Dreamy Picnic, we got Hidden Oasis, we got Mountain Valley Sunrise, we got Majestic Pathway.
Sorry, Cassandra, pay attention. These are names that you're choosing.
Natural Beauty, Scenic Route.
Scenic Route, that's cool. So, hit us with the names on every platform. What are you watching on? Type, what would you, Cassandra needs help naming her painting that she bought. So, help her name it. What would you title this
Pathway
piece?
to Wilderness, Sunset Path, Pathway to Sunset, Wilderness Sunset.
Ooh.
Dolly says,
Hey London, girl, my candle is fabulous.
See?
Thank you so much, Dolly.
Is that the Dolly Voiles?
Yeah.
Is it, see, Dolly is the one that I was talking about wanting to buy a super
Yeah.
bright painting like this. So, Dolly, now that you're here now, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was telling everybody how you messaged me and you're like, I can't really see a lot, and I want to buy a painting. You know what? We'll just do the old configuration. I ran out of room. There we go. Me, then London, then Bailey on this one.
Tranquility, Sunset Oasis.
Yeah, so I was telling everybody how you wanted a bright painting and you can't really see, and the only way you can really enjoy art is with really bright colors, and the two that I've done already have already been purchased, and so we might have to just do you up a special one and send you over the link privately and not list it everywhere, right? Okay, go
Yes.
ahead with those names.
A
Sorry, go ahead.
secret Dolly painting.
Secret Dolly, that's the name of the painting. That's it.
Solitude Stroll. Just for anyone else in the comments, Josh does not do animals. He,
I do birds.
yeah, just.
I did a crab last night.
You
You
did
wanna
a
see-
crab?
You want to see it?
You
didn't
painted a
see.
crab?
I knew she wasn't watching. All you mods, all you girls, you guys were watching some other video and not watching my video.
You painted a.
I
That's
painted
a lie.
a little crab
You did not paint a
on
crab.
the rock. I swear on my life. Look on the rock. Little crab with little white eyes, little crabby
What the
legs.
fudge cookies is
Look,
that?
look at my little crab. He's got little white eyeballs, right, and little white highlights on the top of his legs. Little flat, like a little flat shell crab sitting on that rock.
What is happening?
Yeah, the buyer wanted a crab. Oh, look, I'm glad I pulled this out because there's like a little space where like every so often the canvas gets a little thirsty in certain areas, and then you might end up with little things. So I'm glad we found that, and we're able
What
to
is
fix
that? I have never seen you paint a crab.
Yes, well, the buyer was like, oh, can you do like seashells or something? And I was like, okay, let's do a little like a clam shell. It's very flat. We'll
Right.
put it out on this rock. And then I was like, oh, it kind of looks like one of those crabs from Pirates of the Caribbean, like that little white crab that like pops open and carries the ship back to the ocean. And so I was like, okay, we pop out little legs on him or do something. Kind of cool.
What is happening?
Okay, I gotta sign it and then we're gonna name it. So go ahead with those names.
Hidden Path, Secret Sunset, The Secret, Waterfall Serenity, Pathway to Wilderness, Water Mountains. Roberta Harris says cute crab.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so should we flip it or should we wait for some more names to come in?
I would wait. Cassandra, do you have a suggestion? Because I mean, you're.
Yeah, I mean, it is you don't have to let other people name it. It is your painting, and you can choose to name it whatever you want to name it. I just thought that it'd be fun for the viewers to.
Waterfall
Help.
at Big Rock.
Ooh, I like that. There we go. I'm gonna make sure it's perfect. I like
Meadow
finishing my
Mystery.
edges. Meadow of mystery or meadow.
No, just Meadow Mystery.
Like that too. Very cool. Very cool. All right, we'll wait until Cassandra has picked out a name, and then we'll flip it around and sign it and name it.
Evergreen Oasis, Bear Rock, Mountain Valley Sunrise. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys.
Guys, you guys are awesome for the gifts. I love you. Love every single one of you.
Halfway Home. Cassandra likes Meadow Mystery.
Not Meadow of Mystery, just Meadow Mystery.
Yes.
Meadow Mystery. There we go. Okay. A couple little highlights on our little stones, wherever you think your light would have touched.
That's what we shall name it then. Cassandra Meadow Mystery.
Meadow Mystery. Flipping it around. Oh, I didn't number this one. Are we sure that it's 672?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Don't ask me. I just work here.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I just come up and work
Sheila
here.
Gray said London's Oasis.
Ooh.
Sheila, you get points for that.
Right? Yeah, this one was 671 last night. So
So
today
it must be
is
672.
672, unless we just skip 672.
No, why would
Okay.
we do that?
Number 672. It has already been purchased. And what is its title? Let's sign it first here.
Meadow Mystery.
She just bought a JK Original. Almost forgot how to spell. Meadow Mystery.
ASMR for the Sharpie pen.
Yeah, right? Bring the cameras closer. All right, and do you guys want to see a zoomed in version anywhere? So when we flip it around, you can see it all zoomed in. And while you guys are answering that question, Lennon, can you tell them where to go, where I'm going to be writing these websites?
Sure. If you are interested in watching full-length tutorials, you can head over to youtube.com/paintwithjosh. Tons of tutorials, tons of little reels, shorts, whole bunch of stuff over there. If you are interested in seeing pictures of the artwork and reels, you can head to facebook.com/paintwithjosh.
And you can get pictures on IG too. Sorry, go ahead. I was just I'm switching up the writing because I thought I had time to fill it in. But go ahead.
And if
I should
you
just
are,
shut up.
If you are also interested in seeing reels and photos, you can head over to Josh's Instagram, which is paintwithjoshk. Next on the list, if you want to send a super cool gift like a race car, or you want to tune into the live and have a good old giggle with us on a Saturday morning, you can tune into TikTok. Currently the biggest audience Josh has. We love it when you guys are there. You can also head over to paintwithjosh.etsy.com for all of your purchases. And if you are interested in finding all of these links, you can head over to linktree/paintwithjosh, find his Amazon store, get stuff delivered to your house that Josh uses in real life.
And we don't get your address when anything comes from Amazon. I don't know what comes from you, and I can't send you a thank you note. Like, if you don't tell us it's from you, then I don't know who it is from and where we got it from.
100%.
So, you guys ready for the reveal? Can we get a couple yeses? Yes, spin that baby. Like, can we get come up with a funny answer? You know? Like, spin that stinking painting around, or something like that. Gotta finish this edge that we missed.
Sheila Gray says yes. Soul
Yes.
Queen says yes. Cassandra says yes. Dolly says yes.
Yes.
Tawny says hell yes.
Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah, brother.
Spin that painting right round, baby, right round.
Let's spin that painting around, right around. Damn, that's a cool one. I like that.
Spin it like a ballerina, Angelita says.
Shake it like a Polaroid. No, okay.
If you shake it, that might be bad.
Yeah, right. It might. I mean, they're thick, but I don't think they're thick enough to shift. Okay. Man, I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys tonight. I'm sure London and I both want to go downstairs.
Palette out the way of the painting?
Sorry. I was trying to show it, but I'll stay over here.
You're like, look how pretty it is, while I cover it with my big giant palette.
Dirty palette you can't even see through. Okay, excellent. So tell them something, babe. Tell them where they can go to get your candles.
You can head over to the londonCandleCo.etsy.com. You can also follow me on any of the platforms if you see me about the London Candle Co. Or the London Candle on Facebook.
People want you to break that brush, by the way.
Thank you so much. I'm not breaking a brush. I already broke something earlier on.
Well, just so you feel even better and you don't yell at me after the
I'm
show.
not going to yell at you.
Okay, can I have a hug?
No.
Have a
No,
hug
you
on
can't have
screen,
one of
just
those.
so you know that
No,
we're-
no, no.
Yep,
No, no.
here, come here.
No.
Yep.
No, I'm not hugging you on
I'm
screen.
dragging her over.
No.
Give me a squeeze. Oh, let's see her hand. Hey there. See if we can see her hand. Okay.
I'm still holding this spring.
I probably got paint on the back of your shirt.
Fantastic. If you are, they want to see your palette.
You want to see the
It's my
palette?
fault.
Of course.
It's my fault.
There we go.
He's cleaning his palette
Got my
currently.
cleaning palette, cleaning brushes.
If you are interested in any of the artwork, please head over to paintwithjosh.etsy.com.
Please.
All of it. T-shirts, prints, paintings, brand new originals. You can head over there. These paintings do tend to sell relatively quickly within probably the first 30 minutes of the lives. So if you are looking at a painting, go over there to where
Before
the paintings
someone
are
else
already up and buy one that's currently already listed for sale. Or join the race every time he goes live.
It's like trying to get a new PS5 when they came out.
That is very true. My name's London. I sell candles. I have, well, by next Friday I'll have over 30 fragrances.
I
in
can't
the
wait to
store.
smell that butterscotch one so
Yep,
bad.
butterscotch. We're bringing back Smoke Shop that smells like Nog Champa.
Yeah, that's that incense smell.
Yeah.
The most famous incense. Like when you walk in, you go, oh, it's incense. That's Nog Champa.
Yeah,
That's the
so
name of that.
that'll be Smoke Shop. That'll be in the
Yeah.
store as well. We're refilling Grandpa's pipe, which is sweet tobacco.
Oh, and that's a great one too.
I'm also going to be bringing in some dupes. Sweater Weather by Bath and Body Works and Moonlit Path.
What'd you call them? Some what?
Dupes.
Dupes.
Yeah. They're the fragrances that Bath and Body Works uses, but they're not Bath and Body Works candles.
Oh,
because
but
they're
they're
just
similar.
my candles.
Right, yeah, because you can't use the same name.
Correct.
That's why someone commented on a reel. They're like, are these happy trees? I go, of course they're happy, but I can't call them happy trees. I don't want to get
They're
sued.
tappy trees.
They're tappy trees.
Tap, 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 tap-a-roo.
Tap them in.
So if you are a fan of Sweater Weather or Moonlit Path by Bath and Body Works,
And who isn't?
they will be in there next week, as well as Love Spell, which is under my spell in my store. So if you were a fan of that smell, plus Cucumber Melon, super popular body spray.
It is. That lemon pound cake and the blueberry is one of my favorites. The blueberry
Bunkers for
cheesecake.
berries.
This I can't believe we did this painting with this old
It's
knife
adorable.
that I used to use.
It's
That's cool.
adorable.
I've been looking for it too.
What are you doing over there?
I'm just making a giant. Oh, that's the brand new tube of paint. Should we show them? So this is what happens
Gross.
when
looking.
you get a brand new tube of paint. You don't want to just squeeze it onto your palette because a lot of oil comes out, right? And so I kept squeezing it over here and then tightening the tube and mixing it and then squeezing it out again until it was a thick enough texture where it wasn't going to run all over my palette. There's also a cool trick. You can
Can you also hold up the jar of what you use just to show them?
of the spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah, odorless mineral spirits. This is what we use from Clean Strip. You can use a company called Jasco too. What was I gonna say now? Damn it.
Sorry.
It's okay. I have a thought, and then if I don't get it out, I'll forget. And it's like that in every aspect of my life. Yeah, I completely forgot. What were we talking about?
Painting and oil.
Oh yeah. So if you have really oily paints, get a piece of cardboard, a little square of cardboard, squeeze out your little dabs on a pile of cardboard, and let the oil soak into there, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Go back, scrape up your little piles, and mush them onto your palette, and they should be much less oily and much thicker. So even if you're not using like the name brand stuff or the super thick stuff, you can kind of make it thicker by sucking some of that oil out of it, right?
So Queen, paint the odorless mineral spirits does in fact not smell of a thing. Obviously everything has a slight odor, but not one that's going to give you a headache. We actually did a painting.
Yeah,
Josh did a painting. I sat in the chair when he was using paint thinner, and I had to leave.
Yeah, well, we were using something called brush cleaner. It's super
Oh, it's
strong.
horrible. horrible stuff.
Yeah, but it really stinks bad. And it was a big 36 by 48 inch canvas we were painting, and it took 3 hours. And London had to leave the room. Like, she was getting a headache. She was getting sick to her stomach from it. So that brush cleaner, we stopped using it after that. There we go. Oh, it's gorgeous. Fantastic. Well, I want to thank Cassandra for buying this painting and helping me buy more supplies with your purchase. You guys can help me get more supplies by going to my Amazon shop, which London said is in my link tree, which is in my bio. I'll post a link tree link on Facebook when I post the picture of this painting in a few minutes. And yeah, the more times you guys send me free stuff or go shop in my store, it allows me to buy more canvases and keep bringing you free videos, right? And that's what it's all about. I want to teach you guys for free, and we all know I'm not sponsored by anybody. If I ever got sponsored by like Michaels, and they were like, here's 1 million canvases, do what you want, then I would stop asking you guys to help me with the wish list, right? But this stuff isn't free. Everybody knows that. These things aren't free. These paints are expensive. So anytime you guys help me out with purchases or wish list items, or even buying the same items that I use off of Amazon, I get little bits of pennies from that. So, you know, everything goes towards helping me help you guys, right? Like from Jerry Maguire. Help me help you, right? So, yeah, I want to say goodbye. We'll say thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the mods on TikTok. Remember, guys, on TikTok, go follow them. Follow us over on YouTube. It's subscribing. It's called, it's free. You can subscribe over there. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, Reddit, everywhere else that we are. DeviantArt, we're everywhere. So, yeah, I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. Thank you for tuning in. Are we fully zoomed, or did we zoom in, or can we zoom back out?
You can zoom out a little.
A little. Okay, well, like I said, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. I probably should go take a shower. I don't know why I'm so sweaty today. It's so hot up here. Is the heat on up here?
Maybe because you just have an Uber of people
Why, is there tons of people still?
oodling over you. Yes,
Oh, yeah. Well, tell me how many you got. We probably got like 6 watching on YouTube by now at the very end.
that's correct.
Hey, okay, so we probably got 145 watching on
Nope.
Facebook. 221.
They left when I broke the phone thing.
Oh, well, we got 30 people watching on Facebook.
100% correct.
Really? And
one?
108 people watching on TikTok. 109 people. 190 people. 189 people. And 88? 7, 6,
It's
5,
dropping. It's
Ah!
dropping as you say it. 167 on
Okay.
TikTok.
Well, cool. Thank you guys for hanging out and sticking with us and watching. We do paintings like this. They normally don't take this long. And everyone on TikTok, you can go over and rewatch this show from the beginning. As soon as we turn the cameras off, it'll be over on youtube.com/@paintwithjosh, and or just search @paintwithjosh on YouTube and Facebook. Guys on YouTube and Facebook, search @paintwithjoshk over on TikTok and Instagram. And until we see you guys again next time, take care. Have the rest of a good day, and bye-bye.